Welcome
We're
back
live.
to Subjectively Correct or two or and we're still not done yet, but we got one more week
Still
of
going.
Daredevil after this week, and then Punisher after that. Um, I don't
Remember A
know.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms when we were like, man, I
That's
can't wait till next
that's
week's
so long ago.
episode. And
That's
it's
so
too
long
bad we
ago,
only
dude.
have two
Like when
more.
we did
It's like,
Peacemaker,
man, I
like I
love
will, I
every
think
part
it's
of this
pretty. I think it's,
show.
I think it's objectively clear. Peacemaker season 2 is so much worse than this. Um, At least we had Terminalist Dark Wolf, which was, like, alright. I wouldn't say it was, like, amazing, but it was, like,
Mhm.
solid 6 to 7 out of
It's
10.
pretty decent, yeah.
Um, but we just don't have
And
anything.
also,
There's, like
Peacemaker was like so bad, it was actually
well,
funny.
you don't really
This
have
is
anything to
just
compare it to as
so
being as good.
like,
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like
like Peacemaker season one was decent, but it wasn't Daredevil season one, season two, or season three.
mhm. Yeah, it's,
And dude, the show is it is really terrible. I would seriously give it maybe a 2 out of
of
10.
what? Sorry, which one?
Um,
Peacemaker or Daredevil?
Daredevil, Born Again, maybe a
Yeah,
2.
but Peacemaker's
Just
like a
because
1.
no, Peacemaker season 2 is like a 1, and this is a
Dude,
2.
I don't even is there even 10%? Would you consider John Cena being decent at acting and Robert Patrick, like, 10% of the show? 'Cause that's about the only highlights I can think of with
Peacemaker
Peacemaker.
might be like a point 0.5.
Like
It's
like,
just
it's
so comically bad.
yeah, I don't it's bad. I don't know. August 16th, by the
I
way, is Lanterns. That was announced. So, um,
that's
I
Did they put the trailers back
I
up
don't think
or
so. I don't think so. They
Oh,
might have
it's
been.
gonna be real I bet it's
Invincible
gonna be
Invincible
awesome.
season 5, it officially releases in 2027, so good for Invincible
Yeah.
fans out there. You're getting it next year. That's
Yeah.
good. Um
Yeah, good
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm The Boys is been coming out, and I'm sure it's peak fire cinema. The Devil Wears Prada 2 is out, and I'm guessing it's peak fire cinema. Daredevil Born Again, it's been peak fire cinema, obviously.
Dude, did you
Um,
see the Anne Hathaway thing where she was like, "Yeah, there were all these
there's not enough
skinny,
fat
hot
people.
young
There's not
models
enough
on
fat
set,"
people. Is that the one
and
you're talking about?
I was like, "No, they all look so good. Get them off the set."
Yeah.
Yeah, get more average people in this, fashion designer. Like, what are you like? What?
Okay, hold on. Before we
It's
talk
not
about
part of the
Daredevil,
point.
there's something far more interesting to talk about here. Let's talk about it. So Peter Safran, co-CEO of DC Studios, insists there was never superhero fatigue, just mediocre movie fatigue. His point is that superhero movies
It's true.
just weren't as good anymore, resulting in a desire from audiences for something a bit different. But how would you define a
So
movie
Supergirl is the
affected? How would you define a movie affected by mediocre movie fatigue? Maybe if it's the worst or second worst performing launch of a character compared to other, past instances, adjusted for inflation, obviously, because that's how math fucking works. Um,
I don't think that's how you would determine it. Um,
because
it's
there
not
was a
about
pretty
the number.
notable,
Caleb,
pretty notable,
Superman think about the merch sales, though. Think about the merch.
a pretty notable superhero movie that came out last year that drastically underperformed.
Do you mean Captain
It,
America:
in
Brave New World? Because you couldn't
I do mean that one,
possibly
but
be
that
talking
I
about
and
Superman's
I
James Gunn.
listen, here's the deal with Peter Safran. I fully agree with him that I don't really think it's superhero
It's
fatigue a thing.
it's
I think it's
funny
bad movie fatigue. I have a
because
video
James
about it.
Gunn also said this, like, last year, so they know, but, like, it's
Yes.
like they're talking to themselves in a mirror, but they can't
You
actually
see
see the
you see,
mirror.
I have a video about how I don't think superhero fatigue is a real thing. I think it's just bad movie fatigue. Um,
And it just
and
happens to be disproportionate to superhero projects.
however, the key difference between probably my video and what Peter Safran or James Gunn would say is, I say Superman was awful. Therefore,
You also
it
don't say The Flash is the best superhero movie of
which
all time.
I at this point, I have no reason to assume is not James
Can't
Gunn's
be
Superman.
real.
Like, it
It
has to
I
be
on
it
it
has to actually be the amount of people he's
might
hired that
be,
worked on that movie has to be the same thing. It has to be real. Supergirl looks like the Flash in the trailer.
yeah,
There's that shot where they're fighting in an empty field that looks exactly like the Flash. It's like, I don't there's only so many times I'm gonna see something and not just be like, "Oh, okay. I guess he's telling the truth on that one." Um,
which that's,
that's
like, the
yeah,
worst thing for him to be telling the truth about.
yeah.
Like, I really wish he was lying that the
Yeah, for
Flash
famed
is his favorite.
famed known truth teller James Gunn, he
Famed
told the
truth
truth about
teller
that.
James told
Which,
the truth about the worst thing
he said
possible.
I really hate that I mispronounce her name wrong every time. The girl who played Bix and Andor, I don't know how to say her name. I don't even know how it's spelled. It's Adria Arjona. I don't know how to say her name, I'm sorry. Adria Arjona.
She's really
Um,
good in Andor.
have you
I'm
watched any
about
more of
as
Andor?
far as I'm on 3, and she's
Okay.
been pretty good so far.
I don't know. I think maybe maybe we'll do, like, we'll watch it all the way through, and then we can make a stream like we finally watched Andor, and that'll be one of our episodes. I don't know, though. We do have, Daredevil, Punisher, and Mandalorian and Grogu, so,
Maybe
but
we
anyway,
could
sorry.
watch, Andor as Mandalorian and Grogu is coming out so we can kinda compare 2 different Star Wars things.
I don't even think here's the deal, I'm sure there are gonna be people who sit there and say that something is that Mando and Grogu is the best thing since the last thing. Um, but I do think it's gonna be so few and far between that no one's gonna sit there and be like, "Okay, well, obviously, Andor is grown up and adult, and this is just
Well, no,
the
Andor's boring, it
raw
doesn't have any
slop."
lightsabers.
Yes, I understand there's people who say that, but anyway, Adria, Arjona, I'm really sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name. She was cast in Man of Tomorrow as Maxima, according to rumor. And this is according to
Notably not Wonder Woman.
this is according to the Hollywood Reporter. And apparently some people like working directly on the movie. Um, James Gunn came out and was like, "I can't believe the Hollywood Reporter would just lie and that she is because this is ridiculous. She's not cast as that." Um, eh, I mean, in fairness, James Gunn wrote the script, so for now I'll take him at his word. But guess what? If it comes out that that was actually not not you should maybe misrepresenting some facts, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up. But for now, I will take you at your word, James Gunn, and assume that she is
You're
not
super
cast.
reputable,
Yes.
reliable.
So
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, dude. Whatever. Just stay away from stay away from Clayface, dude.
yeah. It looks
Yeah.
kinda cool, please don't touch it.
Yeah. I don't know why it's your next
It shouldn't
movie.
exist, but it looks kinda cool.
I really hope that's the sentiment we come away with Clayface. It's like, that was pretty cool.
Like,
Why?
it shouldn't exist, but it was cool.
No, no, not even that. It's literally just like
Now,
we'll leave
I
the
would
movie
be
going like, "That was awesome. Why does it exist in the DCU? Why isn't
honestly,
it just standalone?"
if it's really good, I don't even like, I'm not even worried about that. It's just like I mean, I am, but
That's what I'm
as
saying.
far as reviewing
I
it,
hope that's the takeaway. I hope we walk away like, "That was awesome. Why?"
why not
That'd be the
Batman?
that'd be the
Why
best
not
takeaway.
have that quality of a Batman script?
Yeah, exactly. That's like
But I mean, all the Batman stories have already been told, so
that's unironically like best
you
case
know,
scenario for that movie. Let's see. Supergirl director
yeah.
Craig Gillespie says the film has 70 minutes of IMAX footage. There's some massive action sequences in this. It's really exciting. We didn't hold back. Sure, bro. So again, this is conjecture according to other people. It's hearsay. I have no inside source. And this very well could be wrong.
And
Apparently,
then
there was
it's
a
also how Mandalorian and Grogu is, forged
no, no,
for
no. Hold on.
IMAX.
I don't know about that, but apparently there was a test screening of Supergirl and it performed so badly, James Gunn made his own cut of the movie, and they test screened that, and it performed worse. Like and now that's all hearsay, all right? I'm just, like, it by all means, I could literally just be spreading misinformation online, which fair enough, but it's just I just thought it was it's a funny tidbit if true. Um, Christopher Nolan compares the pressure of making the Odyssey to the Dark Knight trilogy. There's a massive amount of pressure. Anyone taking on the Odyssey is taking on hopes and dreams of people for epic movies everywhere, and that comes with a huge responsibility. What I learned from Batman is that the people want from a movie and a beloved story, a beloved set of characters, is that they want a strong and sincere interpretation. They want to know that a filmmaker has gone to the mat for it and really tried to make the best film possible. Um, there is one of those 3 movies that kind of parallels the Odyssey story in a way. You know, a man separated from the other part of him that makes him who he is, and he has to work his way back from being broken to reclaim what's his from a suitor trying to take over said
Son of
thing.
a bitches.
Um, you know, there's
So
that connection.
just so happens to be the worst one.
In case I didn't lay it heavy-handed enough, I'm saying The Dark Knight Rises is an Odyssey story in a way, whereas opposed
Yeah.
to, Odysseus getting back to his wife, it is far more of Batman returning to Gotham, which in a metaphorical sense is his wife, an allegorical sense even. I don't know. Am I using those terms correctly, Jake? Am I just trying to sound smart because my media literacy is so low?
I think it's the media literacy part for sure. You're extremely media literate because you don't really seem to appreciate the bullseye going blue thing, which it's
Wait,
peak
pause.
cinema. So
You
I
pause for
don't.
1 second. Let me just I need that for later. Hold on. Alright. Um, yeah, I don't
All
know.
right.
I would have you what
Um,
have you been watching anything? I'm just trying to stall. I'm
anything
not gonna lie.
good?
I think we're gonna fly through this Daredevil review. I'm gonna be so honest. This is just so
I
much like
mean,
you seen
I
anything? What have you
rewatched
been up to? What have you been up
Spider-Man:
to? Yeah.
Homecoming again. Uh,
Oh, you got a soundboard?
because it's
Or not soundboard, a
it's
soundbar?
just so good. Oh yeah, yeah. The other day I went to the store. Oh, just a little public service announcement. Blu-ray players are like insanely expensive. They're old
Dude, mine was
technology at this point.
$500. Now I can also play Spider-Man on it,
Or
but it was it was
yeah, it's your PlayStation.
$500.
Well, because I realized I have the PlayStation, the
Digital.
first digital edition, not the slim. So
And the
I
Series
wanted
S,
to get
right?
like yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's your
So
Xbox.
I can't play discs on those. So I wanted to get the PlayStation like disc drive extension thing, but that's only for the slim, which I
Oh, what? I didn't know that.
is stupid. Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's only for the slim. You can't use it for the original. Um, so I couldn't get that. So I had to get a Blu-ray player. And then when I was getting the Blu-ray player, it's like, well, I'm buying it so I can watch Lord of the Rings. So I should get a sound bar. So I got a sound bar. And then yesterday I watched Extended Fellowship, and it was it's so good. After we
Hell
get off
yeah.
the stream tonight, I'm gonna throw on Two Towers,
Yeah, you also
and just
you haven't
forget
been on the
about
game, though.
the existence of Daredevil.
You ain't been on the game.
No. Dude, we'll
Kinda
play it
lame.
anytime. It's
Kinda
I'm
crazy.
done with school now,
We're
so
always on the game, bro. You could just check, alright? You're in our Discord server. You can just hop on the game. You can just see, you know?
all right, all right,
I'm
all
just
right.
saying, I'm
I'll
just
hop
saying,
on.
you know? Uh,
Yeah,
nah, it's fine. We're not even we've been introducing, one of our friends to Black Ops 7, which have whatever opinion you want about the game, it's past the point where I really give a shit about it. I know it's gonna be better than the next Call of Duty.
yeah.
'Cause Infinity Ward. But yeah, I've been watching Jet Lag the Game. It's a YouTube web show. Pretty good. Entertaining, you know. There's a bit of a problem out there with Hollywood of, content creators being able to make entertaining enough shows that can compete with I think they would probably hate this stream, to be honest, but they make a good show, so I'm gonna watch it and be entertained by it, so 'cause it's a
Yeah.
good show, you know? So, I watched that. What else do I watch? Corridor Digital, they made a satisfying, render challenge. Those are always fun to watch, so I always tune into some of those. Well, dude, I've
I
only
did.
watched
I
like
rewatched their forced perspective video after I watched
their Lord of the
Fellowship
Rings one is
because
very good.
I can't watch the Lord of the Rings anymore without just thinking about like how I can't tell
Well, you
that
got all
that's
the
what they
disc you got
did,
all the,
even though I know that it's what they did.
you got all the special features, right? That's on your thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta
I
watch
haven't
those.
I haven't
Like,
watched through those yet, but
yeah,
I'm excited
I
to.
did I went on a kick on Amazon of looking at different physical media things that I wanna buy in the future. Um, let me I'll just read some of them off to you because I've been saving them to my personal list on Amazon, um, to spend far too much money on. So we got Community, the
Yeah,
complete
I spent.
series, because Community is fire. Um, we got Community, the
I
complete
did
series.
rewatch Community. Started a Community rewatch. It's like a background
Dude, you know what's crazy?
watch
You only have to
while I'm
watch
doing
about
other stuff.
3 seasons of that.
Yeah,
On the other unfortunate side, there's, like, 4 good episodes within the rest of the other seasons that you also kinda have to watch, which sucks a little bit, but anyway, we got the
yeah.
Community full series, Mission Impossible 6 movie collection 4K, which that's crazy, they got all of the
Nice.
Mission
Only
Impossible movies in there.
they got
Um,
every Mission Impossible movie in one
yep,
box set.
all
That's pretty
6 of
cool.
them,
All 6? No more,
including
no
Mission
less?
Impossible 2, which is really kinda sucks, but I don't think there's a 5 movie collection. You know what?
Just
One
go
terrible
1,
one.
go
There's really only one
and you
bad
got Ghost
out of those 6. I'm trying
Protocol.
to think, right? You got the first one is fire. Second one sucks. The third one, J.J. Abrams, there's that guy. Is fire. The fourth, Ghost Protocol, I really like. It might be the weakest of the rest of them, even though I do really like it. But like, kind of changing up
I love Ghost
the full
Protocol.
crew is a little weird. But it is fire. It's still a fire movie.
Yeah.
The villain is awful in Ghost Protocol. That can't be that. Like, do you even know the guy's
Yeah.
name? I might know it. Let me fact check myself.
No, I don't. It's been a while since I've watched any of them. Fallout is really good.
No, I literally don't know his name. I thought it was Kittredge, but that's the bad guy from that's the IMF director, and um
Yeah.
and later season 1 and in future seasons or and sorry, not season 1, the first movie and in future movies. But the villain in Ghost
Mhm.
Protocol is awful, but there's some really good stunts and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's not the worst villain somehow. And then Rogue Nation is fire, not as good, but the best part about Rogue Nation is it set up Fallout, which is, I think, pretty undeniably the best Mission Impossible movie. It's so good. Literally
Fallout is really
every
good.
scene is so good. Like the fight with Benji, Elsa, and how did I just forget his name? The best villain in all of Mission Impossible movies. Solomon Lang. That
Mhm.
fight that they have, just it's better every time you rewatch it. Henry Cavill was like the
Yeah.
perfect
Henry
villain.
Cavill
They
was
even got the
so
evil
good.
mustache in there. It's like, oh, it's so good.
Mhm.
They did a great little play. They managed to tie in Solomon Lang perfectly. They even do the freaking same trope they did in every single Mission Impossible movie of like Ethan Hunt is working. He's been disavowed and now he's got to go against the government, but it's to complete the mission. They even did that, but it still worked out pretty well because he was also playing because it was like
Yeah.
he never actually did that until he had to do. It wasn't like how in what I mean that's in every single one I think right. The first one's like that. I think 3 that happens. Ghost Protocol, obviously that's the whole point of the
Ghost
movie
Protocol,
is he's
that's the whole
activating
plot,
Ghost
yeah.
Protocol. Rogue Nation, he's got to go rogue at some point in Rogue Nation. I honestly can't remember at the top of my. Oh, he does. Yeah, no, that's the whole thing. It's
Yeah, he
freaking
goes
Jeremy
rogue.
Renner. Jeremy Renner is in. Well, no, Rogue Nation is that's what he refers to the syndicate as. But
Yeah,
I remember Jeremy
yeah.
Renner's in Congress with Alec Baldwin, and they're like. And they're like, the IMF is bad, and Ethan, and they're like, we're about to arrest known terrorist Ethan Hunt, and then he goes off and he does the hero stuff. But yeah, I totally forgot about that. That is literally that is a main part of Rogue Nation. Um, and
Yeah,
then, but it's done far better in Fallout than the other ones, in my opinion. But
I would
man,
agree with that.
it's a shame how awful the Dead Reckoning and the Final Reckoning were. The AI thing was just ill advised. Like, just like that was just
I
a
didn't even
really
watch
bad
the last
decision.
one. I watched Dead Reckoning
Seven,
and I was like,
seven
"Yeah, it
is
had
better
cool
than eight.
stunts, but
Seven is better than eight,
that's just Tom
and
Cruise
seven's
being
still not
Tom
great.
Cruise."
But 7 is definitely
No,
better
it's
than
not good. It's not
8
good.
was
It was just
really
like, "Yeah,
bad.
that was a cool stunt."
Final Reckoning is
Yeah.
really bad. There is a moment where Gabriel, the villain who is worse, I guess I remember his name, but he's far worse than the guy in Ghost Protocol. At least the guy in Ghost Protocol was like, "I want to nuke America because go Russia." This guy's like, "I want to help the entity nuke the world because I don't know." um,
Because he's evil. Duh.
yeah, that's basically it. Because it's like, where are you gonna live if the entity nukes the world? But basically, he's like, there's a moment where he's like, "I have a plane." He's doing the villain exposits his plan to the protagonist instead of just killing him, and he's like, "Not
Mhm.
only do I have a plane, I have a backup spare plane." They like they did, which I think they kind of did this with all of the last few Mission Impossible movies. It just worked really well in Fallout, didn't work in the other 2, but it's really bad in Final Reckoning, where they were like, "This is the giant stunt we wanna do, now we have to build the story around it." In
Yeah, yeah.
Fallout, it worked. They were like, "We wanna do a parkour scene across the roofs, we wanna do a a skydiving sequence." So once we got those. That's what we want to do. Let's film those. They get them filmed, and they're like, all right, now let's work on the story around it. We can tie in the last thing. Rogue Nation, I think they just wanted to do the plane stunt. That was at the start of the movie, so they didn't really care. They were also like, let's just chuck a breath holding stunt in there. We can think of a reason for anything else after. Ghost Protocol, again, I think they were
Mhm.
just like, let's climb the Burj Khalifa because why not? But yeah, it's like,
Yeah. They're like, "Watch Tom Cruise
dude,
climb this. It's
dude,
cool."
so Final Reckoning, they were like, "Let's do the motorcycle jump," and they justified that okay enough. It was fine. The main problem with Final Reckoning is the characters all suck. Um, and then,
Yeah.
and then the Dead Reckoning was just like, we want Tom Cruise parkouring across planes. Looks awesome. But then they were like filming, they're like, "Oh, we didn't write a script to get them here. Just say you have a backup plane, Mr. Bad Guy." It's like, I have a really slow propeller plane and I brought a second one for no reason. Just like, what? What are we doing? What?
Just in
Why?
case.
Why?
Just in case.
Oh, yeah.
Always
They
be
did.
prepared.
Honestly, the best part about Fallout was probably that they timingly killed Alec Baldwin's character, and it worked out that because they by the time they would have had to bring him back for the next movie, it would not a good idea. So you got a heroic
Yeah.
sacrifice, and then Alec Baldwin killed someone in real life. Not in jail, by the way. Which yeah, I guess it was an accident, but also it negligent discharge, kind of also on the user at the same time. That's just my opinion. And and then they're like, well, that worked out. We don't have to bring him back now. That's Jack Ryan though. Alec Baldwin, Jack Ryan. Nah, he's not the real Jack Ryan. It'll always be Harrison Ford and John Krasinski, I guess. The first 2 seasons of Jack.
Yeah.
Did you watch Jack Ryan when it was coming out on Amazon?
I I I did. It was fun.
The first 2 seasons were pretty good. I don't know why they
Yeah.
never
I
made
enjoyed the
any
first.
more 2 to 3 more seasons and a movie after that. There's a movie coming out, by the way, for Jack Ryan. I don't know if you saw that. It's coming out
With
on Amazon.
John Krasinski?
It might be out in a couple weeks. Let me look this up. I think it's an
Oh.
Amazon only movie. I don't think it's coming to theaters.
Oh.
Yeah, May 20th. Ghost War.
I
Um,
bet that's really good.
I don't know,
When's,
dude.
Terminalist season 2
Brother,
coming out?
I don't know, man. I've been
That's what
waiting.
I
I've been waiting.
It's been
There's
a
nothing.
billion years.
There's just
It's been
nothing.
so long.
Late
Dark Wolf was
2026. That's
solid,
still the
but
only information. Um, yeah, dude. I don't like that. So they did the Jack Ryan stuff, and then they did Without Remorse to set up a Rainbow Six movie. But Without Remorse
Mhm.
sucked, and then they kind of stalled
Yeah.
out. That's Taylor Sheridan, by the way. I don't know why. I don't know why he failed so miserably at writing. The same guy. He wrote Sicario, but he couldn't write Without Remorse. Like, and Heller. Have you seen Come Hell or High Water?
I don't think so.
Okay, I know you want to watch Two Towers. Let's go ahead and
I'm
put a
watching
pause
2
on that.
Towers tonight.
Watch Come Hell or High Water. Just watch them both. You're done with school. Who gives
I'm
a crap?
We'll see. I technically have to crank out a 5-page paper tonight, but that's light work. I'll have
Alright.
that I'll have that done before
Yeah, alright.
I
Alright, buddy.
even see
Alright.
Troopers.
I wanna watch good movies. Yeah, this is why you're a grifter, buddy. That's why you're grifting about Daredevil.
Dude, I haven't even made a Daredevil video yet.
Well, when it comes out, you're gonna be grifting.
I'm grifting by not making a video. Silent script.
Yeah, well, you don't make any money or get any
Abstinence
exposure from
script.
being on a stream with me talking about how awful Daredevil is, therefore you're grifting.
Dude, our streams don't make money. How
No, we
many
make
how
we
many
make all of the
viewers do
money
we
because 'cause we're grifters.
That's true. We're grifting.
We don't actually watch Daredevil. We just go scene by scene every stream talking about how awful it is.
We haven't seen the episodes before we go
Like,
live.
I
We
that's
just
see,
click
so
through
that's the
frame
thing.
by
You always get
frame.
called yours like so that's always the excuse, like, right, you're grifting and you didn't actually watch it. So it's like, okay, well, I did.
I did, and
Um,
I talked about
so
it
then
for
it's like, what?
hours.
So either I don't believe my opinion
What I'm
on what I'm
saying
trying to say, but I didn't watch Ironheart and go, "This is the most amazing thing ever." But that really annoys me because it's so good, but I have to make a negative video for some reason.
for money,
So I'm
even
like
though, anytime you've made a positive video, it's done better
so I'm
than
like internally, I'm like, "Man, Ironheart was so peak fire. Just incredible. Best Marvel since the last Marvel." But then it's like, I'm like, "Oh, this show sucks because it sucks." But it's like, then I'm grifting, which doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
also, so yeah, stream-wise, our positive stuff, Night of the Seven Kingdoms has the most views. And bro, the first 3 episodes of Daredevil, we talked for almost 3 hours, over 3 hours, over 3 hours. But no, we didn't watch it though.
It had
We're
well, okay, it has nothing to do with, like,
we're
always
just
being
negativity
positive is a
grifting.
grift or always being negative is a grift. You'll get less hate if you're always positive, don't get me wrong. I also think
Yeah,
you're a disingenuous
you're
piece
just a
of
moron.
trash if you're always
Yeah,
negative because there's good stuff out there.
yeah.
Um,
You kinda have to,
it's
like,
more
think
yeah, it's a
informed
matter
opinions
of
about stuff. I think
yeah,
Daredevil
yeah.
sucks because it's garbage, and I thought A Night of the Seven Kingdoms was really good because it was really good.
The grift is you just go with whatever popular a take is. If the most popular take is Daredevil Born Again is
Yeah,
peak fire cinema, I would come out every week if I was
when you
grifting
say it's
going,
peak fire
Daredevil is
cinema.
peak fire cinema. I'd get a bunch of views. That's not gonna exist because not a lot of people watch the show. But like A Night of Seven Kingdoms was really good. My video I explained why I thought it was really good. But if I didn't, there are definitely probably people out there. I'm sure there are actual grifters out there who are like, oh, A Night of Seven Kingdoms peak fire cinema, and then they get a million billion views. But then when Ironheart was bad, they were like, oh, Ironheart garbage, trash, abysmal. Which, again, I agree with. But I also have a video
True.
explaining why that's true.
Yeah,
But if it was like they didn't watch it, and they just said that because it was the popular thing, that was true. That doesn't mean they're gonna come out and go, Night of
the
Seven
show is
Kingdoms
coming.
is garbage because they're the negative and negative is the grift. No, the thing that gets the most views is the most popular opinion. That's just the truth. Like
Yeah,
whether it's
generally.
the right opinion or not is completely irrelevant. Um, so yeah, I just give my opinion, and if anyone cares to listen, that's cool. I guess I don't know why. I just do it for fun. I get no money, and I just waste time doing it, to be honest. But I have fun doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah,
But yeah, you know what?
it's
I'm
fun,
grifting.
and it
We are
spreads awareness
maybe the real
about
grifting
how
was the friends
terrible
we made
everything is.
along the way.
Yeah, the friend I already had.
Shut up, bro. We're talking
Maybe we'll
about
make new friends.
We're talking about the chat that is empty right now.
Oh, yeah, we
But
do
if
have
we
Bobcat
grift
Driver.
more effectively, we'll make friends.
That's true. We
Anyway, this
haven't been
video
grifting to
is
our fullest
sponsored by
Be sponsored by Raid
gambling.
Shadow Legends.
This video is sponsored by Extreme Gambler Super Extreme. If you use my code, I guarantee you'll win big on
Use
your next
use
deposit.
code use code subjectively correct to get a
Use
free
code
$20 bet.
Guys, I hit my last sports bet I made. If you use code subjectively correct and you bet
Here's
$1,000,000.
our picks for UFC
Hey, I have hit
328.
like my last three picks on esports, but
My last
that
UFC picks have just been decimated.
Yeah,
Carlos
you know.
Zolberg tore his ACL and he's still not out here. I was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa,
Yeah,
no."
yeah, just, if there's anyone out there who's like, he's like ever looks at anyone and they're like, "Oh, they know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna copy their picks."
Don't ever do
Yeah, but,
that.
there's occasionally, you'll get there's some, people who know more are gonna give you better insight. That doesn't mean it's gonna hit.
Crazy stuff happens.
Yes, people blow out their ACL. I go, "Oh, my parlay's in the bag because the part that was unlikely of Paulo Costa winning already happened." So that means that the next thing isn't gonna
Honor
happen. And it's like, "Oh, he blew out his ACL. I'm good." And then just bang.
Honor
All
died
right.
on the beach.
Speaking of bang and peak fire cinema, should we talk about
Oh, do we
Daredevil?
have to?
No, we don't. We really don't, to be honest, but we got a
Nothing
grip.
nothing
Oh,
happened. The end. Thank you for watching. Have
no,
a great
something did
week.
happen. He's finally gone. There's one
Dude,
positive
one
thing to
good
talk
thing
about.
happened. Dude, I still think I'll wait for this take until we get to that spot, but there's still a chance it didn't actually happen.
No, he's dead. He's
I
very
just,
dead, dude. The blood
dude,
splattered onto the floor.
he could have shot the ground next to his head.
He definitely hit him. I was genuinely cheering. I was like, "Yes! Yes!" I was
That was
hoping
the
I
happiest
was
I've been while
hoping
watching this
both
show.
of them were gonna die. I didn't think both of them were
That would
gonna
have been
die,
better.
but I was hoping both
I
of them
would
were gonna
rather
die.
BB die than he die, but
I would rather Daniel
a
Blake be
win is
dead than BB. I don't like
I'd
BB
rather.
either, but her voice is less annoying, and she can almost act. I still don't think she can act, really. Yeah, compared to him, she can act.
She can
Um,
she can trip and fall and accidentally act well in the scene.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to judge her acting because she's been given literally zero substance ever to act.
Yeah, her character just uh, doesn't exist. Like there
Guys have great board game
nothing.
content. The show is so bad. The show is so bad. If Foggy really dead, then he died so Fisk could bring in guns to New York City. That's the story, and now we're getting Lady Muse next season. Um, Foggy, yeah, that's a
It's
pretty apt
looking
description.
that way.
Foggy
She's
died.
gonna be wearing Vanessa's earrings and beating the crap out of
Foggy
people.
was killed by criminal so that he could go back to crime. That is essentially that is kind of what has happened. Um, hey, let's not. It might be
That's about
Typhoid
it.
Mary. You never know. They might avoid the Lady Muse thing and go Typhoid
Dude,
Mary.
because that's way better.
No, it's not. I mean, Typhoid Mary is better than Female Muse.
Also, we know we're getting Fisk again next season, so
Are
that's
we?
six seasons of
I
Fisk.
thought they said. Didn't they say that that Fisk is done after the season?
No, there's set footage of him for
Well, I'm
season
sure he'll
3.
be in the show, but I thought they said the Mayor Fisk at least stuff will be done.
Oh, Mayor Fisk should be done, but Fisk will still be in it. Is it me or is Daredevil barely in the show? No, like, yeah,
You can go
there's
back
not
to any of our
actual Daredevil.
critiques. Yeah, you go back to any of our critiques. They have all like, yes, we
Yeah.
do have the negative, like we have our actual takes about the writing and other stuff of the show. But at the end of the day, the writing could suck, the dialogue could all suck. It's just boring. Like there's just too many. There's too many other. So you see, Jake, these are the friends along the way. These are the grifting friends. See, the real grift was the chatters we met along the way. I worked on
Look,
Agents of Shield and
I
Winter
worked on
Soldier.
Agents of oh, go ahead.
You can read it.
Go
It's
ahead.
up. No.
At B Dog the Hog, I worked on Agents of Shield, Winter Soldier. I was actually the one in the suit when Falcon grabs Cap falling from one of the aircraft carriers. I saw firsthand what happened to Marvels. What happened to Marvel? That's a badass flex.
Hey, if that's true,
The
man,
Falcon
that's a
or
fire
Cap
flex.
suit, either way, cool. But
That's a fire flex.
uh, that's awesome.
If that's true,
Yeah,
that
on
is a
Agents of Shield
that's
and
a
Winter
W flex.
Soldier,
Yeah.
both
Agents of
solid.
Shield. There's a couple decent seasons of Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
I think I was like most people, and I kind of just watched and was like, okay, that's how Coulson survived. I'm out. But they tied
Yeah.
in pretty well with Winter Soldier. I thought, as bad as Agents of Shield is, I thought like at least they did a better job of like, this is affected by the movies, but it doesn't really affect the movies. Like Daredevil, whereas like
Yeah.
this Fisk can rise because of Avengers, but Fisk in the hand, that's not really gonna come up in Avengers. Same
Yeah.
with Agents of Shield. It was like, okay, well, the Hydra thing was a big deal because it also affects Agents of Shield. 'Cause it's a show about Agents of Shield, and all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Shield's over. Which is kind of crazy, but yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I Yes, Daredevil is barely in the Daredevil show, which was my main critique of season 1, to be honest, which is kind of funny. Um,
And it's
because
like the thing is he's in the suit 24/7.
I was
Like, we get
told
0 Matt Murdock
oh, well, no,
until technically the end of this
holy
episode.
media literacy. You didn't watch this one.
We
He's
get
in this one,
0
buddy. Marvel went
we
from
get
using the
0 of Matt
Marvel
actually being
Bible for everything to wanting to make political messaging push back on Trump. Writers and producers wanted to please other writers and producers instead of fans. Yes, and at the same time, wasn't Iron Man? They kind of wrote Iron Man on the set a little bit, and then they've just adopted that as their policy now. But even like a lot of the political stuff is pretty heavy-handed in this show, I would say. And it's still, but it's like in The Boys, it's obvious, right? The showrunner himself has said it's like, "No, we're literally just making fun of
Yeah.
people." But there's still some character stuff. There's still some decent writing scenes from time to time. There's none of
Mhm.
that in Daredevil. It's like most all of it sucks and the allegory is heavy-handed. That's why I don't really talk like I talked about the girl boss stuff because it just reached a point where it's so egregious in my most recent video. I talked about it.
Mhm.
But it's like but I tried to put it at the end because I'm like, that's not the main point of this. Yes, that is bad and it really distracts from the show. The main point of this is everything else sucks too. It's like the
Yeah.
writing,
There's
the
not a good part of this show. Even the
uh
action scene I wish I could
yeah,
say, like, I wish I could be like, "Hey, the plot sucks, the characters suck." But once you get to the action scenes, it's fantastic. It's not. There was
yeah. You know,
one good action scene, and it was Bullseye murdering people, and even that wasn't perfect. It was just good.
it does
Um,
hold on. You're forgetting though. It does go blue from time to time.
it does go blue, but they didn't do that in the fights, which I think drastically takes away because it didn't go blue, which is that's what Daredevil is.
He does go
It
blue.
was
That is commonly. I'm gonna read you just something from Born Again. You can decide which Born Again it's from. Because obviously this show's so peak. It's probably obviously from this if it's any good. Um, You know, so let me so let me say what is it about Murdoch? He was a minor concern, a promising talent to be observed and cataloged, and even occasionally flattered, and perhaps one day to be turned to the kingpin's way. But he is more than this. Now he is much more than this. He always was, and I have shown him that a man without hope is a man without fear. Um, that is from Born Again. Not, of course, Daredevil Born Again season 1 or 2. Frank Miller, Daredevil Born Again. The good stuff. Yeah, great.
was
Just
excellent.
that's just a good line from good Daredevil
Yeah.
content
This
that they
this
represented
show
in season 3. So
Yeah, in this episode, and probably I've noticed it the most in this one and the 2 before it, they'll have a character give kinda like a little monologue, like they would in the original Daredevil, and it's just really bad, but you can tell the show thinks that it's just, like, phenomenally written.
yes,
So they're giving this,
that's
like,
common.
really crappy monologue that doesn't make sense, that's super wordy, but not in, like, the character is just giving an intelligent, well thought out statement. It's just like they wrote something pretty dumb and they went on thesaurus.com, changed some words around that they didn't actually
Let me
understand,
find big
and then
words.
that's just the final product.
Has Matt ever been hit
Replaces
by
stuff.
bullets before? At least in the leg, he usually dodges that stuff easily. Um, let's see. Punisher shot him in the face in season 2, but obviously he had the helmet on. So I would say that is
Yeah,
a
and that was
time.
like a
I mean, yeah, but he did he could have dodged that and he didn't. Like, so I'm just saying there is it could happen. I have to review what happened in this scene for him to get shot. The only other time I can think of he intentionally got shot, and that was in Born Again season 1 when he just jumped in front of a bullet. We'll
which was
get to that when
stupid.
we get there.
But I mean, yeah, he probably should have dodged it or
we'll get there,
done
'cause we'll get
something.
to that scene, 'cause that was, like there's so many moments in this episode, as awful as I hate all this, where I was like, "Yes, they did it, finally!" They just that was one of them,
I really
which
wish
we'll get
Kirsten
there.
had gotten gunned down, but,
We'll get there.
you can only have so much in one
So,
episode.
we open with, crumpled on the floor, New York born again because Fisk's plan has failed, the city has turned against him. Now we know this not because it's obvious, because honestly, as far as I can tell, it's all exactly the same as it was before. The only
Yeah, we
difference
don't
is
actually
Karen tells
see
us.
the city reacting to anything. At the start, they're just like, "Man, everybody loves Fisk. We're screwed." And then in this episode, they go, "Man, they don't like Fisk
Which hold
anymore."
on, let's pause you for a second, because what you're saying is they. What you actually mean is Karen, because her entire character this
Yeah,
season was at start. Karen was like, "They're buying all this. I can't believe it." And now it's Karen's like Karen and Matt are like, "They're turning
they're
against him."
against Fisk.
But anyway,
And
Kingpin, he
everything we actually do see of people is that they don't like
yeah,
Fisk.
Kingpin, he
Like, we
walks
never
up
see anyone like
to the jewelry box. First off, they show us we have a blue rose on the ground because I don't know, dude. Anyway, we cut into the Kingpin's bedroom, and there's the rose is dead. Oh my gosh, get it?
Rose is dead
Because
because
Vanessa is
Vanessa's
dead.
dead.
um, anyway, Kingpin, he walks up to the jewelry box.
That's peak
I okay,
symbolism for you
I
right there.
assumed that this was not gonna have a factor, but I guess we have to bring it up now. In case you forgot, last episode at Vanessa's funeral, Heather Glenn, that is a character from Daredevil Born Again, in case you forgot. She is Matt's
Yeah,
ex-girlfriend and therapist lady, kind of a horrible person.
and known
Um,
psychopath.
yeah, so she was real tore up about Heather's death and
So she's
she just walked into their bedroom, Kingpin and Vanessa's bedroom, and just stole some jewelry from her. Like, it was the most
yeah.
I assumed I was like, "This is so weird."
Well,
Anyway, I'm gonna just
Caleb, they
forget that
talked twice,
happened.
and Vanessa was like a mother to her.
Oh, we'll get to their actual relationship. I'm just pointing out that I was like, "This is so random." Whatever, I'm memory holding that. That's not gonna matter. Kingpin notices there's only one earring missing, and he picks up the other one. That's cool. Then we
Somehow
get the dead rose, actually.
he knows
Karen, she
exactly.
has to strip because she's going to prison. She's clearly being booked for a crime, by the way. This is important because we'll talk about some flanderization here, which is this the yelling and the gets tired is obvious flanderization. This might be the laziest, worst flanderization I've ever seen in anything.
This has this
This is
has to be
insane.
the worst.
This is almost worth renaming
It's
it from flanderization.
to Karenization
Yes, because that's obviously about
or
Ned
born
Flanders.
againization.
I don't know, dude. This one's bad. Anyway, Karen, she's getting booked for a crime, and the show does this thing where it's like, can you believe they're booking her for a crime? like
Yeah,
they made her
this
put
isn't
her.
even an AVTF member. This is just like a normal cop
Yes, yeah, yes. They're like,
making sure she doesn't have a gun on her.
they made her put her fingerprints on the thing? It's like, yes, I can actually, but they're like, they frame it. It's
It's like,
like they're
yeah,
like,
no, that's actually what
and it
booking
like the
is.
camera does aggressive cut, and it's like a loud band. She like looks at him all
And
offended.
Karen's
I'm
like,
like, I get it's a
it's like,
main
dude,
character and really her own she didn't really commit a crime, I guess. Um, anyway,
but this
the
cop
reason
wasn't
so
involved.
she's changing, she's being booked for a crime. When you go to prison, you of course get Jake, what I mean, I know you've never been to prison, but what does every movie, show, in real life tell us prisoners when they
You
get
know,
booked for a crime and
you
sent
gotta
to jail
gotta
waiting for
give
their
up all
trial?
your stuff.
Okay.
You gotta give up all your stuff,
All that, yep.
obviously. You gotta strip down, and then you gotta put on, your prison jumpsuit,
Okay, okay.
not a t-shirt.
Yeah, so they obviously they have her stripped down, get her changed up. They even put, the clothes on the ground, and they of course give her the famous NYPD T-shirt that you get when you get booked to prison.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
Now,
obviously only in New York.
yes, so there's like I immediately have like 50 questions about like, okay, so why? Now I don't actually because I immediately know why they did this. The flanderization here, I can't believe I have to say this. The flanderization here is remember Daredevil season 1 when Karen was arrested, so they put her in an NYPD T-shirt.
And
Therefore,
she wasn't
that's what we
being
do now because
charged.
she's in the 15th precinct again, so we give her the NYPD T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like they didn't watch the surrounding scenes where they talk about how they aren't charging her and aren't booking her,
Also,
which
just
is
look at the
why
difference.
she's
Look at
in the
that. Look how
T-shirt.
flat the lighting is in this scene from Born Again, and compare that to this. Just the
Well,
like
I
the
think
dynamic.
here's the reason, Caleb. It's because there's white lighting, and it's because Vanessa's dead, so she's, often like evil heaven or whatever.
Hey, she's
So
in
she's shining her
Evil
light on
Heaven.
Aaron.
Evil Heaven. Yo, there's actually a term for Evil Heaven, Jake.
No, she
It's
wouldn't be in
called.
hell. She's
Oh yeah,
a
she
good
is the
guy.
bestest and
Remember,
greatestest. She
she
is the
holds
bestest and
Fisk back.
greatestest ever.
She holds Fisk back from being bad, and now that
Yes, she's
she's
so
gone,
good. She's so
ooh.
good, and Fisk is so in love with her. He always saw being with her as a prison.
Man,
Yeah.
Vanessa, I feel like I'm imprisoned with you.
So we gave her the
What a
NYPD
romance.
T-shirt because remember, because Karen's in prison and got the NYPD T-shirt, so therefore we give her the NYPD T-shirt. Um, yeah, as Jake was saying, it's important to point out the reason she was given an NYPD T-shirt is because her clothes were all bloody and she wasn't being charged with a crime. She was being booked. Therefore, we don't want her covered in blood. We'll give her a T-shirt. We're not putting her in jail, so we're not going to put her in an orange jumpsuit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like they
And
wouldn't have
they,
to give her a
have a bunch
T-shirt,
of
and then
NYPD T-shirts lying around, so they give her a T-shirt. Boom.
yeah,
It quite literally is that simple.
and it's like, okay, well, she's in a precinct holding cell, not actual prison. I agree with that, except for the fact that she has now been charged with a crime because her trial is like tomorrow.
Yes. The difference, she's in jail in both of them, but one she's being held, not yet charged for a crime, and the other one she is actively being booked and charged for a crime.
Yes,
The
this
original
is
Daredevil show literally said 50 times that she's not being charged yet and they don't know why.
yeah, which like this is
It's kind
obviously
of a major
like
plot point.
yes, and it's like this immediately asks the other question of like, okay, if she's been booked with a crime, A, why isn't she in the People Zoo at Red Hook? But B,
Yeah, why isn't she at
why
Red
isn't
Hook?
she in real
Well,
jail
because
then if
they
she's
took
doing her
down Red
crime?
Hook. But they didn't take down Red Hook. They freed some people and they murdered, 50 of the infinite guard spawned whatever
Well,
AVTF.
Jake, though, but you're forgetting. But okay, all right, bro. But this is also same universe where Thanos did a snap in half the universe. So what? It's so ridiculous that she's just in the 15th precinct and it has a T-shirt on. But like the aliens coming to New York. That's just cool.
I love a good logical fallacy. Dude, I
Yeah.
people are
It. Sorry, I just brought that up because I wanted to pull up my favorite meme. And I have to try to find it. Um,
No, that is like what people say though, and it's just
it's not
not.
necessarily about that, but yeah, here it is. I found it. Let me get it.
It's a comic book show, bro. It's not meant to be serious.
Yes, this is one of my all-time favorite memes. Hold on. If you want to read this for us.
You can accept dragons, elves, and talking trees, but you can't accept a 2021 BMW 5 Series 530i with optical heated seating. Why are you so bigoted?
Yeah, I know that wasn't. I know that's probably not an excuse being given to that. It's probably like, oh, you're just nitpicking. Which, okay, first off, I'm not nitpicking about this. Why is she in an NYPD T-shirt? This is absurd. And you can't like, I
Yeah,
cannot be convinced it's not because they gave her. It's because they gave her an NYPD T-shirt in Daredevil season 1. Um,
yeah.
But 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 yeah, I love
Like
that meme. I wanted an excuse to bring that up. Like I was reminded of that meme today, and that's just such a good one. And you just watch Lord of the Rings, yeah, no, you just watch Fellowship. So that's
it's
that is
funny
one
that some
tab
people
saved.
actually will like people will actually say something like that and not understand how stupid it is. Like the entire point of fantasy is great. It's a blind guy, bro.
It's a blind exactly, dude. That is oh my
Blind guy, bro.
gosh, that is the
It's a blind
number
guy
one.
with superpowers, bro. Blind people can't actually do all of that, bro. It's just a show.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, okay,
Okay.
in the show you establish blind guy has superpowers, and then you
Hey,
change
I
the
don't know if you know
superpowers
this
or you make
dude,
them not
but
work.
there's actually not
Blah,
a blind
blah.
lawyer named Matt Murdock.
So I don't know if you've been keeping up with New York politics, but there's actually not a murderer in office right now. It's just like a guy. There's
Yeah,
no Mayor Kingpin isn't real, bro.
alright. It's actually Mayor Mamdani, he's done a great job.
Fill that pothole, sir.
Fill the hole! Oh my god, Mr. Fisk, you did a great job filling that hole, Mr. Fisk.
Mr. Fifth, you filled that hole so well,
Anyway,
Mr. Fifth.
Kingpin, he shows up at the precinct and he's like, ready. So first thing he does is, is he returns with the bark noise. He had a bark noise that I don't think he ever did in the Netflix show. I could be completely wrong. Um, it's like a laugh. He did it once in season one. I will try my best to replicate it.
It's like a very curt
He
laugh.
goes, he goes, ha! That's literally the noise he makes. And he does it. It's so weird. I don't, what's even the context behind him doing it in this scene? Like,
Did you do it at the start or the
I don't know. I'll find it in a second. Let me. But yeah, he hits the. I think it's after she talks a bit about I think it's after she talks a bit about him being dead.
Yeah, he tells her that, you know, she's implicated in these crimes and stuff, and even worse, she's like the sidekick to this vigilante. Um, yeah, you're a criminal. Worse, you're you're the sidekick of a deranged vigilante. Um, and then you, broken and deluded, you abet his crimes. Uh, for what? Love? It's like, well, yeah, that's when he does the bark for love.
Can I just?
Ha!
Ha! Yeah. So this
It's
like
so dumb.
I don't know.
It's
This is one of those ones
it's
that kind of
so
pissed me off. Of like Karen backing down Fisk, like she's standing up to him, like she like he can just kill her here. Cause I know, cause
yeah.
then you'll probably get the critique of like, oh well, first Fisk unlocked an emote, yes, and you'll probably get the critique of like, well, she did it in season 3, and that's because he was surrounded by FBI, and her whole goal was that
She
he
was doing
snaps
it
and tries to attack her so that he'll go back to real prison.
it was
She
yeah,
was
she
protected, whereas
wanted
he,
him to kill her.
yes,
She
and when Matt,
her goal, if he killed her, they would win because he would
but
go
even if
back
he
to
doesn't
prison.
kill her, even if he just attacks her, like she didn't
Yeah.
necessarily like, I hope I die. It was like she was under the
He's
impression
like,
of like, he's surrounded by FBI people. The best thing that can happen is he attacks me and then he goes back to real jail. Same thing with like when Matt confronted him as Matt Murdock. He did it when Fisk was in prison. He was under the impression Fisk couldn't get to him because he was surrounded by,
yeah.
he was in jail. And then obviously he was sadly mistaken and Fisk broke out and just great scene where he threatens to remove Vanessa from him and just, good stuff
Mm.
there. Anyway, yeah. This though, that kind of annoyed me where she was all like, "Oh yeah? Oh yeah? You're scared. And guess what? I like it."
Yeah,
I'm like, it's
I've
like
I've never seen you scared before. I kinda like it, which is not true. He's
I don't she probably hasn't. She might not have seen him scared.
I guess she probably hasn't seen him scared,
But anyway,
but
it's just like, yeah, he could just kill you.
and then he
He
says,
could just
"No, not fear, order, Miss Page, order," and, like, grabs her and starts choking her, and then
yeah,
she
he could
says,
just
"No, you took it too far last night and you know it." And the
like
city knows it. That's where we get the, look at the camera. The city doesn't like him anymore.
yeah,
It's like,
I don't know, dude. I don't know what I don't understand what did they do differently last night? They killed less people last night than when they were the first time they took over the street, shot a random dude and put a baklava over his face and was like, "He's a mass
yeah,
vigilante."
they didn't do anything last night. There were just more severe riots.
The official story of last night, what happened? What so there was a projector playing a video of people claiming they were held in People Zoo by Kingpin. um, and then uh the official story is what the protesters shot a task force guy and they non-lethally arrested members of the protest, including Karen Page. I don't understand how any of this is like. I understand that this obviously isn't what happened. How is this still like? How is this different than any of the other times they committed an egregious crime and then they just covered it up with some propaganda and it was like they believe it. Why aren't they believing this? Is it because the projector video that like only the people who are already against Fisk saw? Like, that's the other thing. The only people who saw that projector video was people who were already there to, because the only other people who were there was the vigil, because it was a vigil for a dead person, by the way. And they were just like, they're like, let's go ruin this dead person's vigil, as
Yeah.
evil as the woman was or not. Um, and then no one else saw it. Like, oh, the people who didn't like Fisk now super don't like Fisk. Sure, whatever.
Okay, the 40 people that were like hated him now hate him slightly more
Yeah, so
than
anyway, Fisk
no
almost
one cares.
kills Karen. He walks out and he's like, "You have one phone call." Okay.
Why is he giving her a phone call even?
Well, no, that's
Like,
just this is the classic, "Oh, you have I want my one phone call." They were like, "Well, let Fisk say it because no one said it yet." And then Karen,
dude,
she
why
hits a
isn't she
she
in People's Zoo?
Karen, she hits a she instead of like being scared or like, "Oh yeah, he could kill me right now if he wanted." She hits a I got under his skin and hits a smirk as he walks out. It's like, I don't know, it's not Karen. Cool.
It's
Intro.
just not Karen.
I I
And
I
then
can't
we
believe I'm
see
skipping the intro on a Daredevil show, but I can. Um,
yeah. And
yeah,
then we see Springtrap wake up in the morning. Uh
and
totally
Shaggy. It's Springtrap and Shaggy.
Springtrap and Shaggy, I believe, yeah, sleeping in glasses, which, any glasses wearers out there. I got my
Well, doesn't
contacts on,
Matthew
but
Matthew Lillard has glasses though, doesn't he?
any glasses wearers out there, we're not sleeping in glasses. If you're sleeping in glasses, stay
Okay,
away from
well,
me. You're a
Matthew
psychopath.
Lillard wears glasses in real life, so
He does, but
he might sleep in glasses.
bro, you don't sleep in glasses.
He
Nobody sleeps in
might.
glasses.
But also
If you
isn't the thing
if
like
you sleep in
I'm sorry,
glasses, drop
my
a
player
comment
is
and I will
broken.
block you.
I will not. This is my no, you're not blocking anybody. We welcome all
Drop a comment and
glasses
I'll block you.
sleepers here. All right. Spitty Surfer,
I do not. I
if you
welcome
sleep in
zero glasses.
glasses, JK too.
Dude, it's just why would you do that? They're gonna get smudged or break. So why? You can wake up and
I don't
see,
have
like,
glasses,
you can
so I don't know.
grab your
Do
glasses
you
from your
I know
nightstand
you
and put them
have
on.
glasses. You wear contacts, right?
I wear contacts most of the time, but I have to wear my glasses, so
Well, okay,
I'm
but
still
how
a
are you supposed
glasses
to see
wearer.
your he spawned with the glasses on. How are you supposed to see your dreams if you don't have your glasses on though?
That's a good point. That's
You
a really
see?
good
You
point.
see? You see? Nope. I have you ever
Right.
have you ever like lucid dreamed before?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Did you ever come to the realization while lucid dreaming you didn't have your glasses or you didn't have your contacts in or your glasses on, and then all of a sudden your dream got blurry?
No, I have not. Well, because I wear my contacts more than I wear glasses, so it's like
Okay,
I don't
if
really
you
think
ever
about
have
them
another
until
lucid
I need
dream,
to think about them.
if you ever lucid dream again, please
If
notice
I'll
you
next
don't have your
time,
contacts in. So, and I'm just curious if
it's
that's
gonna
how the
blur
human
you're just
brain
gonna
works.
ruin my entire dream.
Okay, it's a lucid dream though, so you just go, I now have perfect vision, or I now spawn in contact lenses and I put them in real quick. It's a lucid dream. I'm just wondering. I'm just
Yeah.
curious if the human brain, like if you clock, you don't have the thing that actually lets you see normally, if your brain will go, oh, I shouldn't be seeing normally then. I don't know. I'm just curious.
Yeah. No,
Um,
that's interesting.
okay, but
That's
he's kind of
interesting.
okay. He kind of has the impression that he fell asleep while reading. Okay, this is you're reaching. He fell asleep while
Alright,
reading.
alright.
He might have
Oh,
been a
okay.
little
Yeah,
drunk.
he did.
He dozed off.
Perhaps. That's fair.
Turns out we were wrong, by
But
the way.
Jessica
So
Jones is
when
there.
we assumed, oh, she's obviously not talking about Luke when she said somebody turned him down or somebody didn't turn him down. I was like, she's probably talking about Trish Walker or something. Turns out it was just Luke
Yeah.
Cage.
Which just doesn't make sense at all if they have a kid together and it's like, "Oh, yeah, there's this super shady guy who wants superheroes to work for him."
So Luke Cage abandoned his family to go
Luke
do
Cage abandoned his dog.
is baby mama and daughter. I don't know if they're married. Are they married?
I don't know.
Anyway, Jessica Jones, she's like, I'm gonna kill you. And he's like, I don't know that you can anymore. And it's like he said, some people say that's not true. And I'm like, yeah, but it is when it's not a plot relevant character, which I guess in fairness,
But, like,
Matthew Lillard knows he's good because he is a plot relevant character. So he knows her powers
yeah,
will
well,
quit
he's in the
working.
script for the next episode, so he's good to go.
Um, I don't know. He's like, "I can connect you with Luke." Dude, I don't. He wants Fisk gone, governor wants Fisk gone. Oh my gosh, they're gonna kill the governor.
It's like, yeah, obviously they're gonna kill the governor. Like, what? How are people shocked by these developments? What's his next move? He's
Jessica
gonna
Jones
kill the governor? What?
Jessica Jones then says, "I don't believe a word he says, but in this case I do," which means she doesn't believe that he's the only person he
Yeah, I
connected
don't believe a word he
with,
says, but I believe him.
except for the fact that I didn't kill you. I am
I
making
believe
sure
this
I'm
thing.
doing I believe you're not gonna come after my daughter. I believe you're not gonna send Wet Teen to my house to kill me. I believe all this stuff, but I don't believe a word you say." Just stupid writing. Anyway, the governor's the only one who could give
There's
up the
a
Freeport charter.
lot of
I have high confidence if the governor could. I bet the state legislature could. I bet the state court could. I bet the president could. I bet the Supreme Court could. I bet Congress could. I bet the city council probably could by all means. Like it's like the mayor is not that high up as far as the
I
body
bet
of
I bet it wouldn't exist.
I mean, and sure, but let's just assume it
I bet it
exists.
wouldn't exist. But let's say, blind guy with superpowers, so anything can
Oh,
happen.
and then we got a cherry scene. I I You know
Woo!
what's funny? I still
Hey,
hate Cherry, don't get
Jessica,
me wrong.
meet my
I
good
I
pal,
miserably
Jerry.
hate Cherry, don't get me wrong. I didn't
I
realize
despise.
how much I was missing a good Matt is talking and Cherry walks up to him scene. Unfortunately, we didn't get a Jess, if you wanna blow up your life and help Matt Murdock, that's fine, feel free.
Jess,
I'm
if you
not
wanna blow
going
up your
to.
life, you wanna blow up your daughter's life, I'm not going to. Maybe if Cherry was
That's the
around,
only
Luke
difference.
Cage wouldn't have left his family.
Yes,
Luke, you
I
wanna
was
blow up your life, man?
I was so I was, like, relieved. I was somehow relieved to see it, even though I hate Cherry so much, but it's like, there's one other Cherry moment later in this episode that was even funnier, but but I was like, I miss when it was just awful characters that were already too many in the show, then instead of, like, adding in, and Cherry was so bad he was like a meme. Like, he didn't have a
Yeah.
character, whereas Daniel Blake he still doesn't really have a character, but, like, it doesn't make any sense. And same with BB, and same with Buck, and same with all these, whereas, like, Cherry was just funny because he was so stupid.
Like,
Yeah,
there's
he's
there's
like, "I'm
nothing
meeting a
to
friend."
Cherry, so it's tough.
Every scene Kirsten and Cherry are in with Matt involved, you kinda pointed this out, is always my friend, good friend, a friend of
Yeah.
mine,
"Hey, buddy, I've
we're
alright,
friends.
hold on there, cowboy." Like, come on, guys.
Anyway,
Matt, you and I have known each other a long time.
he
But he
tells,
says, Karen's at the 15th precinct, and Matt says thanks. Like Cherry has pull. Obviously, we know it's gonna be Brett that was actually able to do it later. But and then he says, they booked her legit, prints,
real
photo,
quick though,
phone
let me
calls,
just
the
say,
works.
let's just say,
They're fast tracking
let
her to
me
vigilante
real quick, let's put a pause here for a second.
court.
Let's say for a second, okay, obviously, no one's gonna know, anything about Karen. If someone did, however, spend like 10 years, just throwing out a number here, 10 years with Karen, and their superpower
Mhm.
was like they knew they could, hear someone's heartbeat, they could smell what they ate for breakfast the day before, they knew exactly what they could literally
Mhm.
tell everything about them, just hypothetically, and then they also
Yeah.
can detect across, just this whole, let's just say the whole city, just for the hell of it. They would obviously be able
Yeah.
to signal out which one is that specific person, know where they are, luckily, we're
Right.
not dealing with
Right.
any character with that ability. So in this show, Matt Murdock,
No.
he's
No.
blind, obviously, but he has the ability to hear
Well, he can't
heartbeats
see
and
the
like
whole
he can,
city.
and he can hear heartbeats. He can know all this other stuff, and he can scan across, even if it's not the whole city, a very large chunk of the city, and he can individually signal out what he wants to find. That has nothing to do with the hypothetical scenario I just posed a second ago. That was like I was, ADHD
No.
tangent,
This is separate.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so okay, point. Matt could probably have figured out Karen's in the 15th. This is whatever. Cherry's like, "I like you, Jessica Jones," and Jessica Jones is like, "That's awesome." Yeah, Karen's at the 15th. Matt's like, "We gotta get her out," and Cherry's like, "No, if he was gonna hurt her, you would have done it already." Except for the fact that the last time Karen was in the 15th precinct, uh, they didn't try to hurt her until at night when no one was watching.
Yeah.
And then
They
Matt's like,
they
"He's
didn't watch the
making
show
it
though.
legal." Like, what? Okay.
dude,
cool.
and
And
then
then Matt asked, "Do we have anybody at the 15th?"
do we? Maybe your friend Brett that you've known since grade
You've known
school?
longer than Cherry. Cherry also worked at the 15th, so it's like, yes,
Allegedly.
literally, you only have people at the 15th. Matt doing
That's the
detective work as
only
Daredevil
place
would
you
be
have
too
friends.
cool. You know what was a cool scene? Oh, season 2, episode 1, when Matt snuck in behind the detectives leaving the scene and shouted out, who shot up the Irish bar. Pretty cool scene. Yeah, dude, I don't.
Pretty
But
cool.
you
It's like
only had
literally
people at the
like
15th.
doing detective scenes with Daredevil is like just giving a character detective vision from the Arkham games, but it actually like it makes sense. You can do that
You
kind
know
of
the only
cool
difference?
shit
You
where
know
it's
the only
like kind of
difference?
easy to solve the crime, and it's his powers. He can just do that.
You know the only difference with Detective Vision is that only applies as far as Batman's field of view goes. So, whereas Daredevil's goes
Yes, he can
everywhere.
see everything.
He's blind, bro. He can't see. Holy media illiterate.
Actually, he can't see anything. He can sense
Yes,
everything.
dude. It's like, dude, I just hate this. Do we have anybody at the 15th? You only have people at the
Yes.
15th. Cherry worked at the 15th. I'm assuming Detective Kim works at the 15th. All of Cherry's loser cop friends probably work at the 15th.
Yeah, all of
Brett
Cherry's
obviously worked at the
70-year-old
15th.
badass cop friends.
um, anyway, Cherry's like, Matt, I'm all over this. Yeah, you also had a heart attack from sitting in a chair, dude. Like, I don't think you are.
I don't
And
think
then
you're
then
ready
they
for
ask,
this
and then
big
Cherry
job.
goes, "Hey Jess, you sticking around?" And she's like, "I haven't decided yet." And then subsequently, the next scene, she decided. Cherry also says the city needs you. It definitely doesn't, by the way. Like it just doesn't. She hasn't been
She
there.
also says, Fisk isn't gonna stop unless someone puts him down, which is like, "What? The bad guy's not gonna stop their what? Oh,
Okay,
Fisk
first off,
isn't
can
gonna
I just say,
stop."
as awful as I thought a lot of Jessica Jones, I thought this is perfect. It's like, great, okay, they're gonna get her out of the show. She's not gonna be back. This is smart. There's already a
Yeah, getting
bajillion
her out of the show
characters.
is great.
I know we're bringing all the Defenders back for season 3 for some reason, but I was like, this was a smart idea. Turns out
Well,
that
dude,
wasn't what
we're
they
gonna
did.
have the same ending for this season next episode that we had for the last season. It's gonna be we are the city without fear, and we can finally fight against Fisk together because they haven't done that this season. That was what they quote unquote set up, which they didn't actually set up, but that's what they acted like they set up at the end of season 1, and we haven't gotten that show. That show, well, it would have been shit.
Uh,
It might
uh,
have been
uh,
more
uh,
interesting than what we got. A show
buddy,
of
explain
the
Soledad
whole the
Ayala
city
then, buddy.
without fear. Dude, having this the city without fear, which is a dog shit line and terrible setup, and it's gonna be terrible because
You
it's
mean when they cut
it's,
away
it's
to
Matt, Cherry,
known
Josie,
known
Karen, four cops.
criminal fiddle faddle guy, and we're like, we need heroes like fiddle faddle guy.
We need
We need heroes like the guy who stole caramel corn because he wanted something that tastes good. We need
yeah, so they
heroes
got the
like
kid
that.
that steal wine. Those are the heroes we have. The kid that stole a bottle of wine and almost got his head blown off for dropping a bottle of wine in a bodega. And then we have that kid. We have Hector Ayala's niece who has the amulet that we don't know what it does because it doesn't stop you from getting shot in the head.
Just not
We
from
have
walking down an
Action
alleyway
Karen
and getting
Page.
shot in the head.
We have Where's Josie? Where's Josie? Is she okay? Is she killing ABTF? I don't know. How many ABTF has she killed? Like 100?
Well, they
What's
arrested
Josie
her, and then
doing?
Matt saved her, and then they
Well,
left.
yeah, well, he beat up 3 people, and then she just walked away. Like, she's old and fat. How did she get away?
She's not even fat anymore. She's been on the
Why?
Ozempic.
What is happening? What is this show about? Nothing has happened. The end of season 1 said we were getting the city without fear fighting Fisk. That hasn't happened. None of that has happened yet. It's just Daredevil and like
What
4
about the
people
Resistance?
that Hector Ayala's niece know. That's it.
What about the Resistance, buddy? What about the Resistance?
There's no resistance.
No,
It's the
you didn't watch
negotiator
last episode. You're
detective
media
and
illiterate.
one other person. Good lord.
You are media illiterate. As you can tell, I'm not because I am blue. You didn't realize everyone was protesting. That's the city without fear, idiot.
Dude, but none of that
Now I
What's
have shown that
happened?
the amulet
The
was the
amulet
friends
was
we
the
made
friends we
along
made
the
along.
way. And now you're forgetting, all right?
Dude,
Now we have
why
shown
is
them that the city has no hope, and therefore the city has no fear, all
why
right?
is
Just like
Matt
Daredevil.
Murdock letting a 12-year-old girl fight the AVTF, which murdered her actual superhero uncle with the same power set as her? But she's a 12-year-old girl and he was an adult man with experience fighting people?
Holy, this guy doesn't get
What?
mantle passing. This guy doesn't get mantle passing.
Dude, it's not
Can I real
it's
quick, let me
so
just
bad. What
debunk
is
let me
this
just
show about?
let
Nothing
me
has happened.
can I talk about the mantle passing thing for a second in a way our good friend Corbin
Yes.
would appreciate? Our good friend Corbin would appreciate this. All right.
Make it WWE.
Going. Hey, Captain America as Steve Rogers passing the mantle to Sam Wilson or even Bucky Barnes. Let's even go with that route.
Which would
Or
have been better.
hey, well, I mean, it would have been better in the context of MCU, but it's still not man. I still hate it. It's not Captain America. Or even like even Sam Wilson. We'll do it with Sam Wilson passing the Falcon mantle down to that guy. I don't remember his name.
Timmy, I don't know.
Joaquin something, I think,
No,
but I can't remember.
I thought it was like something with a
No, it's a J. I remember because I read the
dude,
Sam Wilson Captain America comics. But anyway, that we passing the Falcon mantle or Hector Ayala passing the white tie, even though he didn't pass it down, he just got shot and she
yeah,
stole
just
it.
got shot in the head and she stole it.
I guess it's not stolen technically. But anyway, the mantle. Everyone. So there was a thing online where someone's like, "I can't believe people are saying this is a gender swap." If you look at Wikipedia, it actually White Tiger has been a female before. Yeah, it's a mantle pass. That's like saying, "Hey, The Rock isn't Dwayne Johnson because Cody Rhodes came in the new age of WWE and he started calling himself Cody The Rock Rhodes." So actually, The Rock
Dwayne
was
Johnson isn't The
Cody
Rock
Rhodes the
anymore,
whole
bro.
time. Yeah, like no, it's just the
Yeah.
alternate identity of Captain America is Steve Rogers. Captain America is just it. The alter ego. Oh, where do you think that term comes from? Of Steve Rogers is Captain America. The alter ego of Falcon, a good superhero, is Sam Wilson. It's an alter ego. It's that their identity is the other alter ego. That's why mantle passing is like a horrible excuse. It's like, no, there's other characters that are cool. Falcon is a cool character, and now you made him lame. Like it's like, such a
Steve
such a
gave Steve
dumb.
inspired people. You give them something to aspire
All
to.
she did was slash a tire. Yeah, well, no, she also delivered an SD card to a taco stand.
Yeah, which Karen couldn't do for whatever. Karen couldn't put on a wig and do that for whatever reason, but then she could immediately put on a wig and go to the big riot with all the AVTF.
All she was slash a tire. True though, that is true. But she did it
Why
in three
couldn't she
lines.
just meet with
You
BB
forget.
again? She met with BB in the first episode. Why couldn't she just meet with BB again? Because BB's her source. Because he set
Daredevil,
up the Daniel Blake. uh.
Daredevil.
Honestly, if
He
all that stupid stuff had to happen for Daniel Blake to die, good enough. This show's
Daredevil.
shit.
Daredevil. He returns to the Punisher safe house. Um, and he lets Bullseye out of his handcuffs. First off, horrible idea unless you know 100% he's not going to try to kill you. The second you free his hands,
Yeah.
Daredevil could be dead right here. Like Matt Murdock has insanely fast reflexes. He could read probably the spike in Bullseye's heart. I don't even have a spike in heart rate because he's a psychopath. He could read anything, maybe that would tip him off the fact that
Muscle
Bullseye's about to grab something and
yeah.
fling it at his mouth and kill him. But sure, this is lucky that I guess Bullseye doesn't want to kill him because he's a Catholic now.
Hey, you wanna balance the scales, right, Bullseye? Listen, I hate you for Foggy and for Father Lantom and for Agent Nadim. They are acknowledging.
I like how Punisher
They're
isn't here to find his own
acknowledging
copycat.
Agent Nadim again.
My favorite part, Spitty, is how Punisher broke out of People Zoo and didn't free the other people trapped in People Zoo,
Yeah. Or
even though he
murdered
had the
any of
key
the
card.
people there, because that's not his MO.
even though he had the key card to break everyone out because you just need one key card, barely an inconvenience. Uh,
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
yeah. So okay, I don't know that's really well written. I like Daredevil, I hate you for this, I hate you for this, but I have to forgive you. I like that because it's a little bit of Catholicism. It's
A little bit.
they actually understand some of the Catholic beliefs here, as opposed to that scene where they clearly didn't. But yes, I do I like the idea behind this. I really don't like the idea he's like, hey, go murder somebody. It's all good. I am not murdering because I'm having you go murder. It's the same as giving swordsmen a rebar piece to kill people, or hey Karen, make sure to hold your gun at the door while we're waiting for someone to come into this
Dude,
door.
it's they only know to do the not letting other people kill people when he's with Punisher. When he's with other people, he doesn't know to do it. Like, if he was with Punisher, he wouldn't toss him a K-bar and tell him to go to town. Like, but he does
Hey
it with these
Frank,
characters.
go
"Hey,
punish.
Frank, go punish him real quick." That wouldn't happen, but that's only because it's already happened
Why have Frank get captured
before.
if it's not a
Wha
plot point? Because they wanted that scene where the AVTF sit him down and go, we're like you," and he goes, "You're a bunch of
Like you.
soy. You're a bunch of soy boy loser. Yeah, I get your stench on. Let me tell you something, all right, Mr. AVTF. Let me tell you something. You nap. I don't nap." That's the horror. They wanted to do that scene, and they were like, "Oh shit!" They want him in Spider-Man, and he gets his own special presentation. So let's break him out real quick.
Yeah. Let's break him out so he can
And because
leave the
Dario
city.
Scartapane was the showrunner on the awful Punisher season, and he was like, I like doing Punisher, so I'm gonna do Punisher."
Yeah. He wanted Punisher, but then he forgot about all the other
I can't
stuff,
wait
and
for the new Punisher One Last Kill to be Frank going, "I don't wanna kill people anymore, man." And then someone's like, "I need you to kill people." And he's like, "I really don't want to,
alright.
but I'll do it if I have to." And then he kills people. And he's like, "I'm gonna be a changed man next time you see me." When do we get the stone cold killer Punisher who just executes criminals because you think and it's the
Well,
like if he
we had
only
him
kills
before.
if he only kills the turbo supervillains, Punisher's morality is not wrong. I'm gonna be honest, which is all he does now. He only kills the super Hitlers. All right. If he's
Yeah.
just killing a guy who robbed a bodega, it's a thing of like, okay, that's where the morality gets twisted. It's like, okay, yes, obviously he committed a crime. Is that crime punishable? But if he's literally just like killing the guy who's like, hey, I want to nuke planet Earth, and Punisher kills him, I'm not gonna go like, he probably should have
I don't
got
know,
should
Frank,
probably
you
should have got
probably shouldn't have
right.
killed him,
That's the
though.
thing behind the whole rooftop scene of Frank talking about we should kill Grotto, and Matt's like, "No, Grotto, he's a horrible person. He's done a horrible thing, but he needs a chance to try. Give him a chance to try, Frank." That whole scene. There's the difference because Grotto, yes, he killed somebody pretty bad, trying to make up for it though. He needs a chance, but Frank, instead of giving him a second chance, he's just gonna shoot him, right? But if he's just like, "Hey, I am gonna kill Hitler," it's like, okay,
And Matt's like,
sure,
"Okay,
yeah, yeah,
Frank,
and
hold on.
yeah, and
Hitler
Frank,
could change."
like, like, like yeah, I don't whatever. It's like, yeah, they don't if you don't have Daredevil attacking common criminals, if you don't have Punisher killing common criminals, it's a different thing. Like, Spider-Man arresting the random thief, like the bike thief. He just picks up the bike thief. That you don't have those scenes. Like it loses all context behind any other scene they're in. Frank
They're
especially.
only fighting
Punisher,
supervillains. They're
if
not
Punisher
actually, like, just
yeah, if
fighting
Punisher isn't killing
criminals, which is their whole intent.
if Punisher isn't killing people who commit petty theft, his morality does not seem that insane. It's like, okay, yeah, these people are clearly never going to change. They've been arrested a bajillion times. Let's go. Right? Like if Punisher just showed up, shot the Joker, and left,
It's like,
it'd be like,
"Alright, yeah,
okay,
good move."
that's yeah, that's probably right. I mean, Batman probably could have just killed the Joker. Because obviously Joker's been arrested a lot. Now there's a whole other argument to be made about like Batman killing just a mentally ill person. I'm just like, there's a whole other thing there. But it's like, yeah, it doesn't work
Yeah,
if Frank is only killing the super evil guys. Anyway, Matt tells Bullseye to kill people. Um,
yeah. You wanna balance the scales, go murder people for the good side, though.
he doesn't tell him to kill people, but it's more the fact that he doesn't tell anyone not to kill him. But I do like the part of me needs to forgive you. And he says, Bullseye like smirks and says thanks, which is funny. Matt says it's not for you, it's for them. Again, I don't dislike it. I don't dislike the stuff here. I think it's okay. I just really hate the like not going do this. don't kill anybody. Bring them back alive. Stop them alive. Stop them. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
It should
But yeah,
be
this is also
protect
just
the character,
insane letting
don't kill
known
everybody.
psychopath murderer Bullseye out. Give him a gun too at this point. Like he's pretty good with a gun. I don't know if anybody watched Daredevil season 3. That's kind of his whole thing. I kind of miss Bullseye doing cool stuff
It's
with a
kinda
gun.
like they forgot. I miss him shooting people because it was pretty badass.
I miss him doing cool stuff with a gun because he was like ricocheting the bullets and stuff. It's like there's some cool stuff. There's cool stuff you can do.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, he threw a fork. Oh, it's so cool. It's like,
It's
yeah,
like he
whatever.
has good aim. It's not just him bouncing stuff off walls and killing people. Like, he has good aim.
Yeah. So then we see some lights and some establishing shots. Karen, she's in big prison. And Brett Mahoney, after what is this? 16 episodes? 16 episodes of Wilson Fisk, the guy Brett last arrested. The last guy who arrested Fisk being Brett, the guy who he arrested Fisk twice, didn't he? Was it Brett who arrested him and technically made the arrest? No, it wasn't Brett who made the arrest in season 1.
No.
Um,
No,
season
but,
3
the
he
guy
was.
who made the arrest on Punisher, he arrested Fisk.
Yes, and as the police have been corrupted,
Pretty
half the
important
real
characters.
cops are in clip. The chief of police has suddenly disappeared. Brett's just been here doing nothing. Guess Brett's not actually a good guy. He's just been here doing nothing. Lets Karen out, takes her out behind the
He said, "Hey,
prison,
Hey, Karen, it's been a while."
and Karen's like, "Hey, I can't go with you," and Matt says that too. And it's like, so Karen basically she wants to go up at the trial, despite the fact that it's like literally unwinnable. Like Hawkberg was literally like, "Hey, the evidence literally does not matter." Um, Also, your trial's tomorrow, and we haven't had
Actual
any time
quote.
to defend a defense. Um, Karen says the F word. Cool, whatever, sure. Sure, they just say that now. She says I have to face him in court. You're not facing shit in court. It's your lawyers who face him in court.
Yeah.
Um,
Karen's
Karen says
not a
he's
lawyer, if I
different.
remember. He's a paralegal.
I don't understand what this is. Karen's like, He's different. I don't know what's going on in his mind, but he's scheming and he's planning and he's way the hell ahead of us. I just don't think we can run." You just described Kingpin. Also, first off, he's not like that. That's actually the opposite. He's way behind. He's not scheming and planning. He's just angrily doing stuff out of passion and emotion. Like, so you said he's different, and then you described how he was in season 1, 2, and 3, which is not how he is in Born Again at all. He actively hasn't been
Yeah.
ahead because his whole plan was, hey, let's get the guns out of Red Hook, put them in this warehouse, and then the warehouse gets blown up. Clearly not ahead. Hey, let's have a vigil, and then, oh, by the way, all these protesters are here, and all of a sudden I'm behind? Like, what? What do you mean he's ahead? This is you said he's different, and then described the character from Daredevil season 1, 2, and 3 that has
Which he
no
isn't right now.
application to what he is now.
Yeah.
He's gonna prosecute you, humiliate you, and make everyone cheer for it. I thought the city turned on him. And then she's
Yeah,
like, "There'll
and
be
then they're like,
cameras."
"That means there'll be cameras." Holy shit. Like, do you remember the Punisher trial? How public it was, how hard it was to find a jury, all that. Also,
And
Karen
then all
doesn't want a jury
Karen's like,
trial.
"Hey, let's not kill people anymore." I don't know,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, Matt's like, "We may have to cross some lines to be able to, get through this." And she's like, "No, Matt, you can't." He says, "Yes, I can."
And then they kiss. I guess
Um,
I guess Brett just knows Matt Murdock is Daredevil now.
I guess. Yeah. They just kinda gloss over that. Also, so Brett just lets her out of her cell to go outside for somehow. I don't know how he's able to do that. He shouldn't be, but he is. And then he gets her outside so she can talk to Daredevil, and he tells him they have 1 minute. And then the first thing Matt says is, "We don't have much time," which is a colossal waste of time. Right after someone has just told you you don't have much time. You're making it's not just that like, it's not good. You're making an extremely intelligent character whose intelligence is like is paramount to who he is. say stupid shit like we don't have much time seconds after someone else told them they don't have much time.
Also,
And then they talk super
Vinny,
slow through this whole thing. They talk super slow through this whole scene, literally zero sense of urgency. How is she out of her cell? How can he just free her?
well, there's not
It's at the
cameras.
first if it's a yeah, no, there's no cameras at the 15th precinct. It's not like we established 10 years ago that there's cameras at the 15th precinct that have to be
Hey,
shut off if
you
they're going to
remember
do
when
anything.
those guys shot that guy that they were holding in the room? Obviously, Brett can just let him out because those guys shot that one guy. This guy's media literate,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
but hear me out. It didn't go blue though, so we know it wasn't
And
bullseye.
you're telling me there's no AVTF at the 15th precinct?
No
Or
AVTF
well,
with
it's
the
not their
with the
precinct.
most with the second most wanted criminal. Why is
First of
she
all,
not in
why
Red
is
Hook?
she not in the Red Hook People Zoo? Second of all, if she's in the 15th precinct because Brett pulled some strings, which he shouldn't be able to, he shouldn't have the power to do any of that crap.
She's booked
Because
for trial. She
you know,
has trial tomorrow.
yeah, and there's not 100 AVTF on her. They had AVTF trying to go kill Cherry, but we don't have AVTF on
They had
Karen
like
Page.
18 guys trying to kill freaking old ass
Yeah,
Cherry, whose heart
trying
tried
to
to
kill
kill
old
him.
man Cherry, who's gonna die soon anyway.
And then they were gonna roll to the hospital and just shoot him dead in his freaking
Just
bed.
they were gonna like punish her hospital scene with Grotto Cherry. That's what they were gonna do.
But there were old people there, so they didn't.
But yeah, Cherry
Anyway,
can just like
anyway,
get out of
Karen,
her,
she's
or
being
Karen can
charged.
just like chill outside.
She's
No
being
sense of
charged
urgency.
with aiding and abetting. Okay, let me do a clever version of this. Karen wants to take a smoke break, so she goes out and takes a smoke. Obviously, not actually smoking, but then she knows Matt Murdock can. She knows Daredevil can hear her. She can't hear him, so she has to communicate her thought process to him while he's on the roof listening. You know, Matt called Lester to get the ATPF out. Yeah. Anyway, Karen, she's being charged with aiding and abetting murder, providing material support to known terrorist Daredevil. Yes,
Known terrorist
known
Daredevil. It's
known
like
terrorist Daredevil, known city-saving
known
terrorist
gun and bomb
Daredevil.
user.
And that's to
Known
say
gun and
nothing
bomb
of
user
inciting a
Daredevil.
riot. Just a matter of picking our strongest chargers. Kingpin says charge her on all of them. No, charge her on your strongest one because Kingpin can just go, cool, mandatory life sentence, by the way.
Yep.
You charge her with jaywalking, and then Kingpin can go mandatory life sentence, and then it's all good. Like, I don't, this is so stupid. There's literally a thing in law. Like, if the most, like, insane, like, the most extreme of a charge can't hold, like, the reason when somebody gets arrested for murder, if they don't have a case for first degree murder or second degree murder, they charge them with manslaughter, third degree murder. It's because if you try to charge them with first degree murder, but the jury's like, well, he probably did manslaughter, but it's not as insane as murder in the first degree, you can't charge him with manslaughter.
Yeah.
He has to be charged. That's why you try them on what is the most likely to stick. If someone maybe they committed second degree murder, but it's kind of borderline, you're gonna get you'll have an easier time charging him with third degree murder. Just
Yeah. You can still get something.
and Kingman just has the power to go mandatory life sentence. So why not just charge her for jaywalking and then Kingpin can go instead of a parking ticket, mandatory life sentence. And then we can have Karen go get arrested. She's walking to prison. She's like, I can't believe this. The city believes this crap. And then Matt can go, we have to prove he's smuggling guns. And that'll get the governor to notice.
That'll get the governor. The governor who already knows.
You know the AG's going to
On
be a golf. Don't
trial.
worry about the governor. I'm about to murder her. Heather Glenn walks in. She hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed clothes since the
Nope.
funeral.
I don't understand this. Heather walks in and is like, I wanted to check on you. Matt, and then Kingpin describes therapist to her and then goes, I hate lawyers. It's basically what happens. He describes things that apply to psychiatrists, like messed up psychiatrists or therapists, and it's like, don't you just hate lawyers? Like, I could literally take this sentence and apply it to Heather, but just, like, also, like, just scumbag psychiatrist in general. I'll do it real quick. She makes my skin crawl. Or psychiatrist, they use words to twist the truth, don't they? It's the same thing. You're just describing a psychiatrist just as you're just saying lawyers, though. Anyway, Heather's like, "I think I know what you
But he's
mean."
talking about lawyers.
And then they're like, "We're ta," and then they, like, look at the camera like, "We're talking about Matt Murdock."
The two of
And then
us,
Kingpin
Kingpin
just
and
goes, "Why'd you steal my wife's jewelry?" She goes, "Sorry." He goes, "Yeah, it's crazy. When we're sad, we do crazy things." And then gives her the other earring. What?
and that's it. Like, that's
I don't
all.
understand. I don't understand why she
It
stole the
doesn't
jewelry
go
in the
anywhere.
first place. I don't understand why this is happening. What's the point? Why? What?
She says, "I'd like to think I have more self-control than that," and he says, "But you didn't."
That's not like a normal human thing. You don't go to funerals, go into the person's closet and take their jewelry. That's not something anyone has ever done. She's a psycho. I'm well aware. Why is Kingpin acting like this is a normal thing that messed up like people do? Like what? Why is this in the show? Why did she steal an earring?
Get the Hornets. Like, we get Bullseye Hornets for her.
They didn't do their camera tilt though, which is her thing.
They didn't do the camera tilt, and, well, the Hornets aren't till later in the episode, but they do Bullseye Hornets with Heather Glenn.
I don't
Like,
understand. I don't understand this stealing earring thing. It just makes no sense. It comes out of nowhere. She did it random. She was like looking at it, and then Buck walked in, and she put it in her purse, and then she started choking Buck on some freak stuff. Like what? Like why? What? Genuinely, why? What is the point of this? I don't. It's just such a Heather Glenn sucks. Then Kirsten and Karen they walk into freaking court.
they walk to the trial. It's
BB
all
tells him
big,
she's
big, serious, scary music.
BB, she does her trend of just being super annoying in this episode. Kingpin is supposed to be at his angriest, yet he isn't mad his dead wife got robbed. I just don't like. You can put the way Kingpin acts aside. I don't understand the reasoning behind having Heather steal an earring. It just doesn't connect. Like, there's nothing in my head that makes me go, "Oh yeah, obviously." Like, what?
It's also like the reason you would kill Vanessa is so you can do the, like he's saying, the unhinged, crazy, angry Kingpin, but he's not even, he's literally just, this is the most calm and collected he's been in the entire show. And it's when they're like, "He's different now. He's crazy." And it's
Okay,
the most
BB
collected he's been in the
BB
entire
asks
show.
Dan, "Can I get my stuff back?" He says no. She says this is kidnapping, and then she's like, "I know you're mad." It's like it's just such a stupid relationship. I don't get this at all. I don't understand this at all. BB's like, "I can't believe you didn't know I was using you," which in fairness, the only time they ever talked, she was like, "Oh, anyway, publish."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Hey, you did that. You ruined the BB report." I'm like, "No, he didn't. You did. You put your name on it. That's on you." He's the mayor. He's not freaking Jesus or the president. You just move if you're worried that he's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Like what? Like you're the one. He said, "Hey, do this propaganda," and you didn't go. No, you were like, "Yes, let's do it." And then you started your city without fear thing. It's like, I don't know. Like what? What are you mad about? You're acting like he forced the password and username out of your hand.
Mhm.
I don't know, dude. I just. He says we got to go to a safe house.
Yeah, so but what he's saying is that, like, basically Buck is gonna kill her. If, like, he has to, Buck is gonna kill her.
He says we're going to a safe house. He texts
Last
Buck the address. This is cool. I'm like, oh, cool. At least we're doing the Daniel's full evil
She's
thing.
dying. Dude,
I knew
but
she wasn't.
last
Correct. You knew she wasn't
episode
dying.
last episode, Buck and Daniel's plan was to give BB information that wasn't true to see if she would leak it. And then if she leaked it, they would kill her. And if she didn't leak it, they would know that she was trustworthy. That was the entire plan in the in episode 6 that they painstakingly told you because it was, something that specifically his friends in SAS came up with, but it's just like it's just simple plan. Like it's just a normal it's stupid. But that's their plan. And then at the end of that very same episode, he gets a call from Buck and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do. I can't do anything." Won't respond to Buck. All he has to do is tell BB, well, either one, not give her any information, or two, tell her and say, "Hey, don't don't publish this." And then you can continue leaking stuff later. Just don't
He
publish
doesn't
this
even
so that
have
you
to
don't get murdered.
because she just didn't publish what he told her.
Yeah. So in reality, like they're in the clear right now. They are good to go. They're chilling. He's
She
not going to kill
accidentally
either of
beat
them
his test.
based on the plan from the episode prior.
You know
But
what he
that's
should
not
do?
what's about to happen, though.
You know what he should do? Is go, let's see. There's the garbage thing. And then it got I told BB that in confidence, and then it got reported, and then I almost got killed. And then there was the Vanessa in critical condition, and then BB reported that, and then I almost got killed. And then there was the Daredevil was on board the Northern Star, even though that was the story we wanted to put out, but for some reason it's weird that BB said it. So
And it
that still
actually
doesn't make
helps
any
us
sense to me. And then
with that.
and then it turns out if we find out who leaking that, they're gonna get killed. And guess what? I've never had a conversation with BB where I didn't give her classified information and then almost get killed because I gave her that classified information. Jake is now frozen. Maybe I should turn her over to Buck and have her killed. Um, I'm waiting. He's gone. He's gone. It's just me now. This is awesome. Welcome. This is I hope we're still live.
Yeah, no, we are. That was weird. It was still showing that I was fine. That was strange. I heard all that. So yeah, the plan. They spent a painstaking amount of time last episode explaining to the audience isn't what they're doing because we, the audience, know that she's leaking it. Therefore, Buck knows, but
So
also
does
doesn't know.
anyone who actually had a brain in the show would it's like he just tells her stuff and then it gets published the next day. I don't All right. Anyway, Karen, well, yeah. So so I
Yep,
don't know. Kingpin talks about Karen
their
Page
opening
being a wounded
statements.
soldier screaming in a field, drawing her comrades in the line of fire. Huh?
Dude, I don't know.
You mean like when medics go out to grab what? Like I know technically
This is a big example of when they're doing like what they think is really good dialogue and it's really bad.
I know technically no one really follows like a lot of places that don't follow it. It's like super war crimey to shoot things marked with like aid that are going out to get wounded soldiers.
Yeah.
You know? Like I know that's not like I know like Geneva suggestions or whatever, but like I'm just saying it's like that is technically like super. That's like war crime super edition. It's up there with like just
Yeah.
mowing down civilians. So I don't know. I just don't think it's a good analogy.
We almost got last episode.
We get a really clever scene here where they cut back and forth between Hochberg and Kirsten doing their opening statements. Glad I guess Karen for whatever reason decided to waive her trial by jury. Glad she just said, "Nope, I don't want a trial by jury." That's real convenient for the prosecution. I don't know why she did it. Same thing Swordsman did. I really don't know why we did that. Because because that is just a constitutional right every citizen has, regardless of whether you're being charged under the Safer Streets Act or not. It's just how it works. So you have to intentionally give up that right in order to for this to happen. Um.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's cool, I guess. And then Kirsten's like, I want to bring my co-counsel in. And then the freaking WWE entrance, they just start playing the Daredevil theme as it's literally a WWE entrance. He gets a crazy crowd pop as he makes his way into the courtroom. Matthew Murdock for the defense your honor. Like, and then the crowd, is that Matt Murdock? Or is it the other blind lawyer from Hell's Kitchen who wears red who says my name is Matt Murdock? Like, what are we doing? Why is the crowd going, is
And
that
dude,
Matt
the news
Murdock?
coverage is just like, in a shocking twist, the missing lawyer Matt Murdock has just
And a
walked into the
shocking
courtroom.
twist, known associate of Karen Page and partner of Kirsten McDuffie has showed up alongside McDuffie to help his known associate Karen Page. What? This is shocking. Matt showed up for his title match. Dude, Matt is cashing in Money in the Bank on D.A. Hawkberg. Bro, Corbin needs to be in here for this. He would love all of my WWE references right now. He literally is showing up, cashing his Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins style, and he's ready to pin D.A. Hawkberg. He doesn't even do any try. Kirsten still does all the trialing. He questions Officer Powell, which is it.
Also, I would like to know.
Do you remember Foggy when Kingpin was trying to kill Foggy and Marcy, who is just non-existent anymore, I guess, was like, we make you so public that he can't touch you?
Mhm.
Matt Murdock has accidentally reached that status. He's a hero.
Yeah,
Kingpin can't kill him. That's actively something Matt could use against Fisk.
which Fisk acknowledged, like,
Yes, he
2 or
made
3
him, he is
episodes ago.
so public, he cannot be attacked. Like, that was the whole Foggy thing. Cool. Matt, you lived in Brooklyn. So that was cool. Anyway, Officer Powell, he's on the stand. Um, I don't really understand how trying to discover the root force of the anti-vigilante task force gets Karen acquitted of her crimes.
It
Like
doesn't.
that's like
Also,
when Punisher was arrested, if he called Brett
apparently when
Mahoney to
they
the that's like if when Punisher
go
was
ahead.
arrested, he called Brett Mahoney to the stand and was like, Brett, what's really the initiative of the New York Police Department? It's like, okay, cool.
Good, yeah, no,
Yeah,
good job, bro.
there's
Anyway,
one
I'm
trial I
going
can think of where this strategy worked, and it was in the O.J. Simpson trial where the police officer they called to the stand was on camera saying the N-word like a million times. So unless Matt just has like an insane amount of video evidence of Officer Powell just saying how much he hates blonde women, I doubt this is gonna work. Like, unless they have literal video evidence of him going, man, Karen Pitt, I really hate blonde women and I arrest them more than others because I hate them. This isn't gonna work because most of the city
yeah,
supports the anti-vigilante task force. Thanks to Karen, we know that. All right, what were you gonna
allegedly.
say? Sorry.
Oh. Officer Powell and Scarface Officer Hitler,
Cole North, who is
off
actually like a good guy in the comics, but
Scarface Officer Hitler, that's his name. Um, when they take this, I don't know if this is like real, whatever. They're all wearing their AVTF uniforms and stuff, and then when they take the stand, they don't have their bulletproof vests on or anything. I don't know if they would do that, but I think it's dumb
okay.
and it
And I
doesn't
do
make
want to talk
sense.
about so I do want to talk about this. So she asked him where you got a scar. Again, this is all completely irrelevant. Karen Page is on trial, not the task force. Like,
Not the task
and there's no
force.
jury. Like, I understand the whole point is they're trying to show to the camera, they're trying to show to the people that the super evil task force is bad.
Yeah, so
But
what
she tells
happened to the North Star? Why aren't we trying to show the people what happened to the North Star anymore?
so she tells
What
them
happened to that?
so she's like, "How'd you get your scar?" And he says, "I got these in a firefight with Daredevil and Frank Castle." And then she goes, "In Murdoch's apartment." Yes. And he said, and she asked why he was there. He says, "We're performing a welfare check." And then she's like, "Welfare check?" And she hits a smirk. She's like, huh, "Welfare check with assault rifles and MRAP personnel carriers?" First off, I this is gonna be a nitpick. I find it hilarious that they were like, the lawyer's gonna go out of her way to find the technical term for MRAP personal carrier, but she called an assault
She
rifle,
says
which is
assault
just
rifle.
not a technical term. I find that hilarious. Like, why not just have them say
No,
assault rifles and body armor? Why would she go out of her way to specifically say the technical term for the plate carrier?
and then not say the technical
Or is
term.
MRAP personnel carrier? Is that like gonna be the
AR-15,
is the MRAP personnel
yeah,
carrier, is that like their vehicle? Okay, so their tank. Why would she
yeah.
say in a tank, and why would she specifically say the technical term for an MRAP personnel
Yeah,
carrier,
saying
but call it
assault
an assault
rifles and
rifle?
tanks would have a bigger emotional response, but she
But
says
again,
the
there's
technical
no
term for
jury!
the
But she's like,
armored vehicle carriers, but then she says assault. AR-15 doesn't stand for assault rifle
yeah, but
15.
they weren't even carrying AR-15s, they were carrying, like, M4s. Anyway, that's not even the point I'm making. The
Yeah.
point I'm making, she's like, "I don't know, seems like a lot of hardware for a blind lawyer," except for the fact that he ran into Frank Castle and Daredevil. So, yeah, I think they probably needed the assault rifles and tank because Punisher was there. So, if they were going for a
The whole
welfare
point
check
was that they were trying to save Matt Murdock from
if they
Daredevil and
were
Punisher.
going
That's the
for a
story.
welfare check on Matt Murdock because Punisher and Daredevil were out to kill him, which is the official story. Yes, they needed the assault rifle and tank because it's Punisher. It's like you
Obviously, they
proved
needed more.
nothing. You proved
Look at the big scar
nothing.
on his face and the 12 men that died. Like, obviously, they
Yeah, they
needed that and
didn't have
more.
enough. They should have brought more.
Should have brought RPGs to his apartment. And then it shows the
Then she asked,
cameras.
"Was the defendant there?" I was told she drove the getaway vehicle. Boom. You painted yourself more into a corner, Karen. Kirsten, you just implicated
Dude,
Karen into another terrorist attack
yeah. And
that she
then
wasn't on
Hochberg
trial
objects
for.
to what she's saying. Hochberg objects to her, and
Yeah, sorry. Immediately, Kirsten starts asking
the governor
insanely
says
leading.
sustained. The
Yeah,
governor,
can I
yeah,
pause? Hold on.
she leads
So
the
she
guy.
asked
Yeah,
insanely
get
leading
there.
questions. These aren't just lead. This is calling for a conclusion. This is leading. She basically says, "So hypothetical." Like she's literally just, and then, yeah, you could say what you're saying. It's just an insane. It's like
Yeah,
it's just
she said like, "What did Officer Powell tell you to kill Hector Ayala, or was that Mayor Fisk?" Which has nothing to do with the case. Hochberg says, objection leading, and the it's the governor, right? That's the lead lady on the trial.
oh no, it's a
Isn't it the
judge,
governor?
dumbass. It's not the governor. It's not
Dude,
the
I
governor.
swear it looks just like the governor, and it's been treated. Dude,
It's not the governor. It's a
it
judge.
looks like the governor.
It's
I swear.
a judge.
I need a minute.
No, it's not the governor.
This Charlie's killing me.
So she tells Kirsten there's no jury, so there's no reason to play up
And
these
Kirsten like
theatrics.
smirks again, and she's like, "Are you sure?" And then it shows the cameras.
Well, she said, "Sure about that, Your Honor," and
I
to
hate
which
Kirsten so much.
the judge could probably just go, "Yeah, I'm sure there's no jury." And I
She's
also
like,
love this
"Yeah, no, there's
implication
no
here. It's
jury.
like,
It's a
"Hey,
trial
our
of 3
goal is
judges."
we suck ass at being lawyers, so we can't get this lady out of the most unconstitutional trial of all time, so we just have to try to win in the court of public opinion because we suck as being
Okay,
lawyers."
hold on, sorry. What I said was stupid, but
They
if you
do look
dude, the
similar,
judge and
but
the
it's like,
governor are look
I
remarkably
am aware they
similar.
look similar. I'm just saying it's absurd that you're like, obviously it's the governor, right? In the trial. Is sitting in the
Yeah,
judge's
that was
chair
wrong.
being
That
called
was
your
rough.
honor. That's seriously because they do look
That was rough.
they're old women with they're old red-haired women, but yes, it's just fun. I just found it I was just like, no, it's not the governor. Also, the next
No,
scene's
no,
just the governor
that was a
watching
blunder.
it on TV.
Yeah, that was a blunder.
We get a Microsoft Surface Pro sponsorship. Congratulations. Hope you cash that check because no one's watching your show, and this was probably pretty expensive. Um, she's like, "Hey, this has gone too far. We have to pull support for the Kingpin now."
Because
Okay,
Vanessa's gone. She can't hold them back anymore.
okay, cool, cool, sure, bro. Daniel Blake. Buck is texting Daniel Blake like Buck is a 12-year-old or 12 is probably too young. 14-year-old boy and his friend is ghosting him. He sends 3 question marks, said, "You here yet?" ETA. This is literally this is how we text as friends when one of them's like we're waiting for our friend to show up. This isn't don't worry, I'm ready to execute this lady. You
Hey,
just
do
gotta
you have
show
the
up.
girl to murder yet? Did you bring the girl to the murder spot yet?
Yeah. BB. So Daniel admits to burying a body, absurd, when he's still planning on having her killed at this point. He hasn't immediately yet switched up on not having her killed. Maybe get her inside the building. BB then immediately makes a connection because then Daniel Blake's like, "Hey, I can't have anyone else knowing that," which means obviously we're gonna have you killed. BB, instead of screaming, "Help me, please help me, they're gonna kill me," just quietly talks to Daniel like, "Stop, Daniel! No, this isn't you."
This
So
isn't a
yeah,
safe house, is it?
BB manipulates Daniel's feelings again, this time fully getting him killed instead of just almost getting him killed like the past times. Daniel steps up and keeps BB from being killed, I guess. Cool. This is awesome. Gives her a phone. He goes inside. But I guess he just waits forever. Anyway, Matt's like, the terrorist cops, they're not leaving, are they? And she's like, and Kirsten's like, no. And now I have about a million questions. So the police are escorting Matt Murdock. The police are escorting the lawyers to their car, and the police roll up with full auto rifles and just start blasting. Which, first off, this is one of the moments where I was like, yes, they did it.
At
They're
the super public
cartoonishly
trial.
evil. In the courthouse, they're in the parking garage of the courthouse.
So, like, why would they do this? As far as they know, they're winning the trial.
They are winning the trial. What is the
Killing them
point
would
of
literally
They kill
killing them
random
would
cops.
only hurt them.
The cops kill other cops. They hop into an NYPD cruiser that I guess thankfully has bulletproof freaking wheels. Matt throws his walking stick at the car, which caused them to crash, and he gets shot. Um, cool. Anyway, so the job that would obviously be entailed for Kingpin's most trusted and deadliest assassin, of killing a official, a government high level official. You would assume he would give that to his best assassin possible, or at least the one he gives it to is just gonna shoot her in the head from the balcony where she has her back turned on. Instead, he sneaks up behind her with the
Mhm.
freaking garrote wire from Hitman, which, by the way, also just slices your throat. Like, it's a fiber wire.
Yeah.
It slices your throat if you use this is you could decapitate someone with this. She like, fights him
I
off
thought
for
they
s
were gonna have her, like, fight out.
I did too.
I thought they were gonna have her, like, claw his eyes and get away.
Bullseye kills him. Thanks,
Uh,
Matt. You just assisted in killing a criminal by letting him go. Um, and then yeah, she has no cut from the fiber wire. Bullseye just
Barely a
leaves.
bruise.
Um, Bullseye just
He's, like,
leaves,
smiling and walks away as the
and
cops
the police show
arrive.
up. Yeah, it's dark outside, and Buck, he's now waiting for Daniel Blake. Daniel walks in. He's all smug. And at this point, I'm like, awesome, Buck. Let's kill him. Let's get this out of the way. Um, Buck puts the gloves on. He's gonna start beating the hell out of Daniel. Heather, she's hey Karen, you like mechanics magazines? And then Karen's like, Uno reverse, you're crazy. And then Heather starts slapping the shit out of her. First Heather's like, you killed
Yeah,
your
she
brother.
gets
You
she
killed
gets the bullseye
Wesley.
hornets, and then she starts slapping the shit out of Karen
Yep.
because she's crazy.
And then they talk about Matt, and they're
Ooh.
like, I actually love Matt. You don't. Why? Matt decided. Okay, sorry. So Daniel, he's just laying on the ground. Buck's like, I don't want to do this, Daniel. Just good acting, horrible character from Buck's actor. I really feel bad for this guy. I guess Matt decided life isn't worth living. I'm just gonna go kill myself because while he is bleeding out from the gunshot wound in the midsection, he just went to church.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So he
What
just
happened to
decided this
meditating
is
to go back?
hopeless. I'm gonna kill myself now. Also, Kirsten just left Matt there. Remember,
Or Matt just left Kirsten there.
no, Kirsten, he helped shove Kirsten into the back of a squad car that peeled out of there at full
Oh,
speed,
yeah,
leaving Matt Murdock behind. I know Cherry knows.
but
Cherry's the
she doesn't.
only one there though. So they just left a blind guy to die, by the way. All of the other cops, not even just Kirsten. Like Kirsten has no control over that. Cherry does. Cherry could obviously feel fine leaving him because he's Daredevil. The other cops just leave him. Um, the church was Matt's safe state area. Good call. Good call. He's probably setting a spawn point. Yeah, he's just dead. He's just dying. Like he's just gonna die. And I guess he just decides, cool, I'll go die then.
Yeah.
Matt's
Just
praying
just
and Daniel talks. Um, and as Matt's praying, it's cutting back and forth to like 12 different scenes. Just like the over egregious red here. Like it's fine. It's whatever. I get it. Daredevil's red. Make it look more like stained glass, less like red. Um, yeah. I and then thankfully, uh, Buck shoots the hell out of Daniel.
best scene in the entire show. I thought he wasn't gonna kill him for a second. Like, I knew he was,
Oh
but I was
shit. Hold on, you might be right. He might just shoot the ground. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Let me watch this really slowly.
well, so his head, like, snaps back when he shoots, and
Let
he
me pull
goes
it up. Let me
limp.
watch it in 0.25. 1 second.
There's a chance he doesn't kill him. There's no blood splatter.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, let's just keep going. I'm in 0.25, but then I rewind 10 seconds, so it's gonna take 30 years to get back to it. So
Yeah, I think
oh no,
he's dead.
he's
I
dead.
think
There's
he's dead.
brain matter that goes flying out the back of his head. He's dead.
Okay, good.
Yay! Daniel Blake's dead. And
And
I guess that's
that's
the end of the
that's that
episode.
episode.
Okay, I'm glad nothing has happened in the finale is next week.
Yeah, what is the
Oh wait,
finale
I guess
gonna
we
be?
forgot to point out Jessica Jones showed up to the
Yeah,
church
Jessica Jones showed
because
up
Matt was
church.
gonna kill himself, and now Jessica Jones is gonna keep him from killing himself. Like I think it's worth pointing out that is literally just Matt's decision. Matt's decision is I'm gonna go die now. He
He
walked
hasn't
from the
yeah,
courthouse in New York to Hell's Kitchen to Clinton Street while bleeding out from a bullet wound to the stomach. He literally is just like, okay, I guess I'll just go die. That is his decision.
I don't know, man. I don't get it. This sucks. It's shit.
Yeah.
Like Matt hasn't accomplished anything really. And he's like, "Well, I'm done. I did all I can do. I got shot. I've never been shot before or stabbed all over before and recovered. It's not like I can heal
How did
better
Matt
than
outrun the
normal people
ABTF while
because
bleeding? Well,
I
he
meditate."
stopped the only people chasing him with the toss to the freaking.
Yeah, so when they crash their car into a wall at like 10 miles per hour, I guess they're dead
But they're not dead. They're
or
just fully incapacitated.
no, they're just knocked out. But no, they can't like get out of their car that super slowly, barely crashed, and then gunned Matt down because reasons. It, this, dude, this show sucks. It sucks. It's terrible.
Matt walked how far is this? I'm curious. Matt walked 1.7 miles while bleeding from the stomach wound.
They were on cooldown mode.
Imma go
That
take
I
a
mean,
piss,
that's
bro.
like seriously what this show does, though. Yeah, he walked 1.7 miles while bleeding to death so that he could die in a more cinematic location, I guess, because he has to pray at church. He can't just pray anywhere. I don't know why he wouldn't call one of the 500 City Without Fear people to come heal him. I, dude, I don't know. There's no reason for any of this. It's just shit. I don't know what they're gonna do next episode. Um, they haven't really like what they've set up. Maybe an unhinged Fisk, maybe the most scary and well thought out Fisk we've ever seen before. I don't think they've decided yet. Maybe they haven't really done anything so far, and we still haven't gotten the big shot where like all the people, including Jessica Jones and Brett, are all together. So I guess Jessica Jones isn't actually leaving for the rest of the show. Um, so yeah, we still have to do the whole City Without Fear thing 8 episodes after they set up the whole City Without Fear thing. Dude, the only time they can actually push us like the story they're trying to tell forward in any real manner is the finales of the shows. And then the finales are just to set up the next season, and then the next season doesn't even address what happened in the finale. It just resets. Nothing has happened. There like nothing has progressed. Kingpin is bad. People think Kingpin is bad, but some people think Kingpin is good. You're muted.
The only thing that's happened is what? Vanessa's dead?
Yeah, Vanessa's
And Karen
dead
is
now.
arrested, but if Karen doesn't go to prison, we will literally in the season, Bullseye is not arrested and on the loose. Kingpin is evil. Karen and Matt are trying to stop Kingpin. I'm assuming Kingpin won't be the mayor, but we'll see. And like it's like what okay, cool. The only thing that's happened is the governor
So what?
was like, "Oh yeah, that Kingpin guy's evil. Let me remove him from office." Even though I was totally cool and chill with Kingpin being evil, but
Like a
now
week
that he's
ago.
on camera, I'm not. And then Sheila will replace him, I guess.
Who's also evil.
Who's a terrible evil person. Oh, she's a politician.
But she's like a good person to Spider-Man. So yeah, no, she gives the key to the city to Spider-Man after being involved with the AVTF. Are they going to talk about the AVTF in Spider-Man Brand New Day? Because I mean, Spider-Man and Punisher would have to have had run-ins with them, and the mayor's backstory is with Fisk and the AVTF.
Whoa, keep it down there, buddy. Shh.
So
And
what's the
I don't know.
dealio? Whoa! I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Dude, it's just bad. Honestly, I don't know if we're supposed to think Sheila is a good person or not. I don't know what we're supposed to
She
think
wasn't
about
even
her.
in
I
this
think she's
episode,
evil.
but she was
No, she's
scared.
not even in the show,
I'm
really.
aware she
She's
was
barely
scared.
been in this season.
Yeah, I know you're
She's
being
been in 3 or
sarcastic,
4
but, like, the
scenes this
fact that that
season.
is I know you're being sarcastic, but that is technically a defense someone would use. Like, she just willingly turned a guy over to be killed.
Yeah, she just let
She
him
just,
get
like,
murdered.
didn't have to do that.
There's no, like, "But oh, but" she didn't have to do that part. He wasn't like, "It's your gallows." She just turned him over to be killed.
I don't know what else to say, dude. It's just nothing. Like, oh, I'm so done with this show. Every time I boot up an episode on a Tuesday, I'm really looking forward to my Tuesday night back because this is just awful. Daredevil episode 7 delivers courtroom drama. Okay, in case it wasn't any worse, I guess in front of Matt Murdock on the desk was an issue of the awful premiere. Remember when we pulled up the premiere cover of Daredevil Born Again? That I was like, "Oh, I couldn't buy this because it's just bad." Um,
Mhm.
I didn't realize it's gonna be so topical. Matt just has that on his desk. It's the awful cover. They didn't even do the cool cover.
Why?
I don't know because it's clever or
Do you wanna get a quick James Gunn hate in before we go? I have a tweet pulled up.
something. Sure, sure.
It's, James Gunn, he said, "I've been thinking about," or it's about, whether or not Blue Beetle and, the Suicide Squad are canon. He says, "I've been thinking about this a lot in regards to the Suicide
Oh
Squad and Blue
gosh.
Beetle, and I've been meaning to rewatch both with an eye towards that, knowing what I know now, almost 3 years into the DCU, with a couple more years of scripts being actively filmed or created. Maybe after MOT, Man of Tomorrow, Jin and Steve and I can get together for a special couple podcasts to discuss. What do you guys think is potentially or definitely not canon from the Suicide Squad and Blue Beetle?" So this is the director of DC asking people on Twitter
Hey, I can actually solve this for him real
what
quick.
they
First
think is
off,
canon.
anything with Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad cannot be canon. Because then that
No.
means that means DCU canon was the friends we made along the way. The DCU that was good and fire and peak cinema and we are so back was the friends we made along the way. Um, Anything with Harley Quinn, all of Harley Quinn's character development is based off of the Suicide Squad, and it sucks in that movie anyway. So if we want to just re-release the Suicide Squad without any Harley Quinn stuff, that'd be a pretty dang good movie, and I'd actually be there for that. Because that's the only thing I really have a problem with in the Suicide Squad. None of Blue Beetle should be canon. That movie kind of sucks. Why are you trying? I like Sholo Maranduana. You can keep him around to play Blue Beetle. Just don't make the movie. Like, just stop. Why do you want Blue Beetle to be canon?
It's terrible.
What do you mean in a few years? Your universe could be dead in 2 years. Supergirl's gonna lose $1 bajillion, and then Lanterns is gonna come out, probably suck. Clayface will come out and be okay, but it's freaking Clayface. And then the Man of Tomorrow movie will perform worse than Superman, and then the Batman Part 2 will make you look like an idiot. And then you'll be fired because Paramount will have taken over and probably gone, man, you've lost a crap ton of money. And they go, what? You haven't made a Batman movie yet? Yeah, you made it. You Clayface?
But they had Peacemaker season 2.
Also, can we call it Beetle? I think we can all agree the blue is stupid.
Like the color of the suit?
Just it's like I mean, remember, like we all agree the green is stupid. So I think we
I
should
mean,
just
I
call it
agree the
Beetle.
movie should have been called Beatles. The show should have been called Beatles.
It's a movie.
It would have been better. The
Beatles
movie
is a
should have been
movie.
called Beatles.
Yeah, it should have been called Beatles. We can all agree the blue is stupid.
Blue's dumb. Why would he be Blue Beetle? Why not just a beetle?
Yeah,
So stupid.
blue is dumb, just like green. Green's dumb. The color is dumb.
Nobody likes colorful, bright stuff in comic books. Nobody likes that.
There's a contingent of people out there that'll just like that think we should die because we don't like Superman.
Yeah.
Or sorry, let me get this even worse. There's a group of people out there who like think I should go to jail because I said Creature Commandos was not watched by a lot of people, which is objectively true. We are like, oh, we damn near have the same amount of live viewers as Creature Commandos did. You remember that?
Mm,
There's like 300
people.
people watching a live stream of Creature Commandos.
It's like a new show.
Wonder Part is pretty stupid. There's already Wonder Man. Why would we do Wonder Woman? That's stupid.
Yeah,
We don't want people to get
we could
confused.
just call the we could call the Wonder Woman movie just women.
I would love that. I could totally see them going like, "We're not gonna make the Wonder Woman. We're gonna call it Woman because the Wonder Man came out from Marvel. We don't want people to get confused."
We don't
But
want
in
people
order
to
to
get
understand Wonder
confused and
Woman,
think
we
it's
have
the same
made
thing.
the Charlie Chaplin movie from 1907 canon. So you do have to watch that, as well as Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is canon to the DCU. Kind of has to be. But not Spider-Man 1 or 3, just Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Spider-Man. So only the first half of Spider-Man 3, and then one scene from the first Spider-Man movie, and then the scene where Andrew Garfield printed off a Post-it note of Ben Franklin's face on a million sticky notes. Those scenes specifically are canon to No Way Home, but none of the other scenes are.
Yeah.
So, obviously.
Yeah, and then we're going to
Obviously.
make a Batman movie called Bats.
No, we're just gonna call it man. We'll do the full Reddit meme. We're gonna make
Man.
man. Yeah, I'm man. We all
We'll
agreed the
make a
bat.
man
Why are you
yeah,
just man?
I'm
We
man.
all agreed the bat was stupid.
Yeah, they can release woman and man at the same time.
Holy, this is the craziest launch since Adam and Eve. Oh, let's we 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 made Batman just wear street clothes because we all agreed the bat suit looks stupid.
You want to go out in white spandex or yellow spandex? What, you want me to go in a black suit and a cape? Okay, bro. What am I, a bat? Nah,
Okay, I gotta save that for later. I can't tell you that right now. That's funny. I'm trying to find something else to crash out about. 1 second.
I see. I see.
You can keep talking. I'm sure I can find something. I'm looking for a clip from a
Um,
certain podcast.
ooh, fun.
Just anything. Just anything from this one specific
Apparently,
podcast.
apparently Peter Parker has a new AI assistant named Evie in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Don't tell me anything else about that movie, dude. Don't tell me anything else about that movie. I just would rather go in and be completely disappointed by the fact that it's not a Spider-Man movie anymore.
Oh, and
Just
there's apparently some like script leaks. So I have potential maybe real details.
okay. You can start reading them. I'm just gonna keep looking here.
Um Details on Spider-Man Brand. It's Culture Crave, so it's probably not true, but still.
Oh, Culture Crave. So what's the source they're citing?
Uh uh no source, just a picture of the movie cover.
Wait, doesn't say
Apparently it
via anybody.
opens
What?
no, it doesn't say
Like
via
they're
anything. It just well, it said there it has it's showing um like the first few pages of the script that were leaked, which looks potentially real, but it also kind of
Desert
looks
Warrior starring Anthony Mackie grossed 488,000 in its domestic opening weekend. Saudi Arabia funded film with a production budget of $150 million. not okay. Okay, hold on though. Let me talk about this real quick before we get into Spider-Man leaks. I just say, are they considering how much it's gonna do on VOD? What about the merch though?
What about the what about
What about
think
the
about the
Anthony?
merch?
What about the Anthony Mackie Desert Warrior merch? That isn't a. They're going to lose 150 million. They're gonna be like, so they have made what currently $244,000, being generous domestically from $150 million. Oh, that's hilarious! You stupid
That's
idiots,
insane.
Hollywood. You stupid, stupid idiots. Okay, sorry. Do you want to go back to reading?
No,
I meant
I
the
do not.
Spider-Man
Have
script.
you found a Oh, basically,
It's from
it's
Entertainment
it's
Weekly,
kinda
by the
just
way.
common sense stuff. It's basically just common sense stuff, like, he's gonna have a homemade suit, he's not gonna have all the Stark gadgets.
You're gonna have a time jump later. A time jump later. He's not gonna have any start gadgets, but he's gonna have an
Yeah.
AI assistant. I guess,
Yeah,
bro.
he's gonna have an AI
The AI
assistant,
assistant can
which
just
no one
sure,
wants.
sure, bro. Let's just
Well, they
do
need to
it.
have an AI assistant so that they can do, easy exposition. 'Cause then he can bounce stuff off of her and back and forth.
Remember when Riri Williams made an AI assistant?
Oh, yeah. That was a morally good thing to do.
Remember when she used her brain overnight to remember when she did that? Oh wait, this
Yeah,
might be a
she
good one.
just accidentally made her best friend because of her PTSD.
Sorry, I'm trying to find a clip here. Just any clip. I don't know. I don't know which clip, but I'm trying to find one. I'm just looking for anything. Like that's like there's something to be argued here. Oh, I guess we were talking about Mission Impossible earlier. We'll talk about this. I have no idea whether this clip is going to be like we're gonna see it and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is terrible," or not. So this is from our favorite podcast, the Escape Podcast. We absolutely love these guys, and we think their takes are completely genuine and not just said for bits. So this is, I guess they're arguing is Mission Impossible 4, 5, and 6 that we just said are the strongest three movies in the Mission Impossible franchise. Well, I guess Ghost Protocol is one of the weaker ones, I guess, but Fallout is easily the best in the entire franchise. If it's better than the Bourne trilogy, I'm curious here.
Mission Impossible 4 through 6.
Yes.
The Bourne trilogy. I'm going Bourne. I love the Bourne.
I'm going
movies.
Mission Impossible clearly.
No.
I'm gonna go with Mission Impossible 4 through 6 over the
Yes.
Bourne trilogy.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, initial thoughts on anyone's choices here. You see more clips of these guys than I do.
It's nothing ridiculous so far.
Well, here's the deal: the
Or at
Bourne,
least
three
it
Bourne
feels like-
movies are fun. They're good. There's some decent stuff there.
The thing is, what
There's
these
not a single
two
Bourne movie that is on
scumbags
par
do
of. Hold on, there's not a
is
single Bourne
they
movie on
come up
par with Fallout.
with
period.
any Mission Impossible movie.
I think there's. You could argue
Yeah.
they're on par with some of the Mission Impossible movies. There's not a single one on par with Fallout. Period. All right.
Yeah. What they do is they pose a random hypothetical question or a random, this or that, and then they have one of them take a stance on one side, one of them take a stance on the other side. A lot of the times they're extremely obvious. So it's like, oh, would you rather watch She-Hulk or Iron Man 1? And it's like, oh, I'd rather watch She-Hulk because blah blah blah. It's engagement bait. It's just it's not their real opinions. It's just bullshit so that they can make money, get invited to Marvel premieres and shit like that. That's all this is. These aren't their real opinions, and anytime it is their real opinion, it's they still haven't formed an actual coherent thought in probably their entire life. Um, and if you want to know like how competent these people are at anything, go listen to the dude with the hat. He used to be a SoundCloud rapper. Just go listen to his music. It's
What?
real
Oh
shit.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, well, and
Yeah.
he'll flex it too. He'll be like, "Yeah, I was a pretty successful rapper for a period." Go listen to it. It's literally the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
We'll go
The
Mission
Bourne
Um,
Ultimatum, Bourne Identity is
Nah,
so
the
good.
fact that Tom Cruise is still fucking carrying
Okay.
no,
I'll get to the thing that I hate about them in about
that
5 seconds.
franchise
Yes,
at,
that's true.
for into 4 through 6. Like that's.
And you got to consider Henry Cavill is 6.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's 6.
Here's why I hate them, as you can tell. They have zero reason. They don't make a single argument over the content of anything in the movie. They literally just go, "I feel," or "This is I like." Like
they didn't
you
go.
have an opinion. Yeah,
Oh,
if you're
okay.
debating
Well,
which
the
is better,
character
you should
development in this one
debate
was
the
insane.
merits of the movie.
The plot was so
When we said Henry
good. Like,
Cavill,
you can
we
talk
said
about Fallout.
yes. We said we
Fallout,
talked
the
about
plot is really good. The characters are good. Henry Cavill is like, oh, this guy, maybe he's good, maybe not. And then
so
he's not.
we just mentioned with Henry
it's done
Cavill, we
very
were like,
well.
he's a really good villain. Yeah, even had the mustache, is really well done. I guess we didn't go super into evidence, and we're like, oh, and there's also the funny scene where he reloads his fist. That's cool. They just went straight into, bro, Tom Cruise is old. And remember
Henry Cavill?
Boom. They didn't go, hey, the fight
Yeah.
scene with Elsa, Benji, and Solomon Lang is just so good. Every action has consequence with other actions. Like, let's see. Maybe I'll be wrong, though. The clip's not over.
And 5 is Rogue Nation, which is a phenomenal movie. That's the
We're
one
talking
where
about
he's
the
hanging
Mumbai.
on the
Dude, is this not the most like just gooner bait? It's like, bro, remember when he did the thing? Whereas when we were here, like,
Dude, he hung
hey,
off the plane.
so based off
What
this
was
evidence,
the plot of the movie?
based off this evidence, Dead Reckoning is the best Mission Impossible movie because remember when he held off the planes and was doing parkour between the planes? No, we said the stunts are always really cool, but what's awesome about Fall is you have the super cool skydiving scene, and then the story around it is just incredible.
the Mumbai
Yeah.
building.
No,
It, like,
that's
makes
4.
And then he said the Mumbai building. The other guy said the Mumbai building. Am I an idiot? Didn't he?
Building.
No, that's 4.
Not the
Hanging on
Mumbai. The Mumbai building.
No, that's 4.
Bro.
I think my favorite part of this is the fact that both Mumbai and Dubai are both in the Hitman game. So I just immediately think of the Hitman missions when you're confusing those and how not the same those are at all.
They're like wildly not.
Yes. I guess they sound like if you want to be charitable, they do sound it's the Rage Bait
Offended
podcast. That's
by-
exactly what I called him. If
Yes.
if you do want to if we want to be super charitable here, they do sound similar. They're foreign countries. So funny.
So you get all
You-
3
you
of
throw-
them.
yeah, you get
Even
all-
better. Like it's so good. Mission
saying.
Impossible easily for
Yeah.
me. And so
Mission
Yeah.
That's all their podcast is shit like that.
Yeah, I would love to find one
Usually
where they're
it's
arguing the
worse.
merits of
What do you mean?
Spider-Man.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Pulp Fiction is better than The Last Jedi? No, it's not. The Last Jedi is better. Like that's the shit they talk about. It's ridiculous. I only watch their content.
Oh, this will be a
occasionally,
fun one. This will be a fun
and
one.
because it's a good way to be like, yeah, don't be a grifting scumbag like these people.
I'm not even gonna call them a grifter. I think they genuinely
I wouldn't even say they're grifting.
I think they
no,
genuinely
I
think
do
that they
think
are-
some of their takes.
Okay,
Some
there are
of their
some
takes
that
are genuine because
Yes.
they don't actually they don't think about media. They really don't. They aren't
So,
critics. They're stupid.
here's what I'll say. I don't think their
And
entire
they also
purpose-
do the shit.
I don't think they're
yeah. A lot of the shit they do is it is manufactured, obviously.
Yes.
Like, it's
I
not
don't think
genuine.
every take they've ever had is grifting. I think they got their start on a
No.
very real, genuine reaction. I think one of them thinks that The Last Jedi is a cinematic. I don't know if they both think The Last Jedi is a cinematic masterpiece. I at least think one of them definitely
Just the
does.
hat one.
And there's the infamous clip of this, how they got famous was of him going, hey, we just had an art. We just talked about how the choreography was bad, and the other guy said it doesn't matter, and then that clip went super viral, and they've just been kind of coasting off that general success ever since then. So I genuinely think that they
And
did
just
probably
trying
just
to
start off
recreate similar stuff.
exactly. So now they just do rage bait takes that everyone goes what, and then it gets clipped everywhere. And they do
Yeah.
this annoying thing that a lot of channels do, and it just kind of annoys me, where they post their clips as if it was a third party posting it. Like they post a clip
Yeah.
and says, "Can you believe Hat Guy said this?"
But it's them posting it.
Exactly, and they're not the only ones that do that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "They do that." Like, a lot of channels do it, and it really annoys me. It happens a lot in the, Call of Duty esports scene as well, because 'cause they're trying to get it spread to people who aren't in the esports scene, and I'm like, "It's not gonna work, dude. Just post the clip." Like, but yeah, we have one here that this'll be fun. I'm trying to find where they argue the merits of something, and I guess this one is about the Spider-Man 2 game. So,
I guess we lost Caleb.
that's crazy. I don't even know. This is out. This is crazy. Hold on. I gotta read I gotta read my my I gotta make sure I gotta reset real quick. Hold on. Okay. I'm basically ready to go here. This is about the video game Spider-Man 2. Jake, we have both you and I have you platinumed Spider-Man 2?
Um, I don't think I platinumed
I
2.
platinum 2. I
believe I platinumed
platinum
1.
Miles. I platinumed I
I
have
may
platinumed
have
all 3. Spider-Man PS4, the first one, is one of my favorite games of all time. It depending on my mood, you could easily tell me it's number 1. Miles Morales is
Yeah,
a pretty
it's
good
really
DLC.
good.
It's not a good $70 game. Um, Spider-Man 2 sucks. I'm gonna be honest. There's some cool mechanics I like. There's a lot of stuff I don't like. Let's see what this. I haven't pre-watched any of these clips. I'm just genuinely curious because we've been basically since we started this show. We were like, we're gonna talk about these guys, and we haven't actually done it. And we're already mad about
Yeah.
Daredevil, so it's more fun to watch other people say stuff, and we can talk about that. So let's see. Here we go.
Spider-Man 2 PS5 has
Okay.
already been forgotten because it was a bad game.
Correct.
Initial thoughts on the premise of the question here.
I would 100% agree with what he's saying.
I don't know. I mean, forgotten. I don't know. It's a difference between forgotten. And, like,
I
just
wouldn't say
fallen out of
entirely
fallen out of
forgotten,
the
but no one
zeitgeist.
talks about it.
I feel
It's
like
irrelevant, for
Spider-Man,
sure.
the first Spider-Man game, got talked about a lot more, but also, I don't know. It might just be a thing where the game came out a couple years ago. It really fell out of the zeitgeist. I think it is far worse because, and I don't even know that I would say it's a bad game. I think it's a horrible story and a horrible sequel to the first game.
Yeah.
I think if it came out on its own with those mechanics, I'd be like, and there was no story context at all. It was literally just like, oh, you just have fun playing around as Spider-Man doing combat. I'd be like, oh, this game's awesome. Because I think from a objective standpoint, it's like it's got good gameplay. The graphics look good.
I will say I really enjoy the mechanics of the game. I enjoy playing the game, but I play story games because I really like the stories.
Yep. All right, let's
And
get
the
into their
story
takes
is
here.
shit.
I don't know. I'm assuming they're defending it because they love Spider-Man.
3, 2,
Or they're
1.
showing. I don't
Disagree.
Agree.
It's not
I agree.
bad.
They just fumbled, bro.
Fumbled.
I like this guy. I don't know who this guy is. I like him. If he can,
So
and
far.
let's see if he
He's
can
probably gonna
explain
ruin
the
it because
context.
he's on there, so he's probably not going to explain it.
Let's
but-
see.
How did they
I,
fumble?
I don't see people talking about it anymore.
That's
Just
true. People
how
are talking
like the-
about it as
No, they're not.
Spider-Man PS4 had legs. People talked about that game for years. I do.
No.
Thanks for making the
Oh,
argument. against
PS4,
yourself.
yes. PS4,
Thanks for making the argument against yourself. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Good job.
the
feel
first
that,
one, right?
Yes,
Hold on real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 has been forgotten a bit. I will give you
Yes,
that.
'cause
Yes. Okay.
So
think
he
it's 'cause
would
it's a bad-
agree then, not
Well, I guess his argument's going to be it's not
It's
because it's a
not a
bad
bad
game,
game.
though. Yeah. Which, you just
Bad game though. But how did they fumble?
I say
First off, shout out the I think it's Lord of the they're not Lord of the Rings, the Pirates of the Caribbean VHS. That's kind of fire.
yeah, they haven't seen the rings.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me.
If that it would be a
so
shame.
so they're not going to explain why I think it's good, which will be unfortunate. Let's see if this guy can explain in any. So Jake, just make it quick, fast. Explain why Spider-Man PS5 2, Spider-Man 2. Explain why Spider-Man 2, the video game, is not good from a story standpoint or just in general.
Story standpoint, Peter
Just make
Parker's
it quick.
Spider-Man acts out of character and not like Peter Parker Spider-Man and gets overshadowed by Miles
Such
Morales
as
Spider-Man.
give an example in the story where he acts out of character. Let's just since we know we're not gonna do this like arbitrary statement. So let's if you can think of one.
treats everyone terribly. End of the game, he
Let me
quits
counter
being
symbiote.
Spider-Man.
Let me devil's advocate this symbiote. He's under control of the symbiote.
Symbiote, he's kind of a dick before the symbiote.
Okay.
In dialogue a little
Yeah.
bit, I guess.
I'll
I don't
do
know.
the more
It's been a
nitpicky.
while since I played it.
I'll do the more nitpicky thing of okay, he has all of these stupid overpowered gadgets in the first game, and all they're just gone in the second game, and they're like because
Yeah,
weight
he
or
just gets rid of
something.
them all.
Yeah. All right.
The
But then he
story
still
was
has
the
other
weakest,
gadgets and
and they're not dropping any
The hair
extra
included.
DLC.
All of that is true.
So we didn't get any DLC.
No,
Yeah,
I don't know
that'll-
what we're
that'll
getting
give you-
next.
That'll give you.
I
for
have no
sure.
idea what we're getting next.
That's why
Are
it's
we getting
bad.
anything next?
I don't know.
Spider-Man.
So it sounds to me like they just agree with him now. I think it took one sentence from him, and they just agreed with it. He was like, "We're not getting DLC," and
they're
the
like, "Yeah, no, the
story
game's
sucked,"
bad.
and they're like, "That's true."
And
And
but
I'm
notice how they did like all their clips that you see are 30 seconds long because
are all
there's
shorts
nothing more
too,
to
but-
say. Yes, but they like if you watch their they have nothing to say. They have nothing to talk about. They don't have thoughts. Or they have a thought and they don't think past
let's do.
that singular thought that they happen to have.
We won't do this for too much longer, but let's go through a couple of these bad boys because you reminded me that this is something that exists.
A
Or
lot of
Marvel.
people think it's the best trilogy of all time.
It's
though.
good, but like, there's only 3 movies, and it was like 20.
Yeah, it's a trilogy. What?
So the start, let me run you through this. The start of this video. A lot of people think Lord of the Rings is the best trilogy of all time, but it only has 3 movies, though. His argument against it being the best trilogy of all time is that it only has 3 movies. Also, notably, neither of them have actually seen Lord of the Rings.
That was
Proceed.
the last thing I was expecting to come out of his mouth.
But it's
I would've-
only a trilogy. It's only a
That
trilogy.
was genuinely the last thing I expected to come out of his mouth. I don't know.
There's only
what I was
11 and a
expecting.
half. There's only just under 12 hours of content to watch. That's not nearly enough.
That
Shut
caught me off
up.
guard.
Go-
Oh,
Harry Potter.
A
or
lot of
Marvel.
people think it's the best trilogy of all time. Gollum from.
hold on.
Harry Potter.
A
or
lot of
Marvel.
people think it's the best trilogy of all time.
It's
though.
good, but like, there's only 3 movies, and it was like 20 years ago. Like, it's
Ye-
not. It's
So because it came out 20 years ago, that diminishes
And
its
looks
quality.
better than most movies, by the way.
And it looks better
It looks
than
better than a lot of
anything they
movies
would
today.
make, bro. Proceed. I want to see what they.
Somebody came at us the other day and was like, "How dare you give Fellowship a 6 out of 10? It's the 3rd best movie of all time. The only 2 movies that are better than it are Two Towers and Return of the King."
I think
That you could make an argument for that. I think Fellowship's the best one out of the 3. But
6? They gave
okay, sorry. Let's so
Fellowship. I guess they have watched it. A 6? It was kind of long.
like-
I don't know. They walked a lot.
Who says that?
I think Lord of the Rings is great.
But do you,
I'm
but
not-
do you
I'm
think
not-
it's ridiculous for people to say that?
Yeah, I mean, they're not the best movies of all time.
Yup.
yeah, I mean you could make that argument. That's fine.
They
I think it's a
claim
little.
that Into and Across the Spider-Verse are the best movies of all time. They
Yeah,
claim that
that's where
Across
you
is better
lose
than
your.
Into
That
and
is
Subtract.
probably where you lose your argument to make there. I'm just saying. I personally think it's a little insane to probably say greatest movies of all time 1, 2, 3 are Return of the King, Two Towers, Fellowship. That's not even my personal ranking. It might go Fellowship, The Dark Knight. You know, like. But I think it is obviously the best trilogy of all time. I don't understand why his rebuttal to people say it's the best trilogy of all time is there's only 3 movies and they came out 20 years ago. Would you not put the original Star Wars trilogy up there as one of the best trilogies of all time because it came out 50 years ago and there's only 3 movies? Because they're Star Wars fans, am I not? I'm assuming, and that there's huge Spider-Man fans. Would you not put Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy as one of the better trilogies of all time because there's only 3 movies and it came out 20
Yeah,
years
there's only
ago?
3 movies. There's only 3 movies though.
Would you like? Okay.
You're just nerds, man. You should watch more movies.
Watch more movies.
Well, I understand.
Do
I
you-
know it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny as a joke because I don't know if they know why it's so funny. But when you only talk about Spider-Man and Marvel and Star Wars and these like superhero movies, to go like you're a nerd, you should watch more movies. It's kind of a funny joke. I understand that they're being facetious when they say it, but like
Do you
I'm
think
not-
it's ridiculous for people to say that?
Yeah, I mean, they're not the best movies of all time.
I think it's ridiculous. I don't know that's ridiculous. You could easily make an argument that they are the 3 best movies of all time. There's so many Lord of the Rings clips. I'm curious about this one. Who are they putting Gollum up against? So I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
actually, I really want to watch that one.
Gollum
it's
versus
probably
the,
gonna
okay,
be
this
Gollum
might be
versus
funny. This might
Dobby.
be funny. It says versus the
Gollum
Rock.
From Lord of the Rings. Yes.
That's
Versus
pretty good. Gollum. Yeah, that's
Bad
good Gollum.
impression.
That was
That was a bad
decent. Gollum.
impression.
That's
I hate
decent.
him. It was okay.
That's pretty good.
It's okay.
It's not like impressive. Like anyone can do it. Gollum.
Good body language isn't
You
good.
filthy hobbits. Like it's not. Everyone could do a Gollum. I'm not saying it's like the greatest thing of all time. I'm just saying like it's all right. He didn't botch. He didn't go, oh my precious. Like he didn't say, like
That's fair. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
all right.
Versus The
yes.
Rock.
Versus The Rock.
Okay, there might not be a lot to judge here, but let's just see. Let's take a look.
Like actual Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yep.
In a fight,
That's not an interesting question.
Yeah,
Gollum is like
Gollum
3.5 feet
wins.
tall.
Yeah, and Gollum wins. Because we're talking about
No.
Dwayne Johnson. We're not talking about WWE The Rock, one of the best wrestlers of all time, right? Or I guess Dwayne Johnson could just throw like I don't understand this argument.
He's
Hold on.
3 foot 6 inches.
No, dude, he's tiny, but he's scrappy.
The Rock.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, I've thought about this a little more. Yeah, no. Yeah, sorry, I'm being stupid. I'm just kind of picturing like Gollum's in a world of he's a hobbit. He's just a hobbit, isn't he? So
Yeah,
Yeah, I
well,
guess
technically he's not a hobbit, but he was something like a hobbit once. He's like 3.5
Rock
feet.
is 6'4".
okay, this is pointless.
Think- Fellowship is better than New Hope, and I'm a Star Wars glazer.
Yes, it is objectively better than New Hope. The storyline
It's way better.
I think A New Hope is great. All of Fellowship is better than A New Hope.
Yeah.
It is. It just is. Let's get
Sir.
Okay. Is this from the extended version or this is period?
This is extended.
I watched the Fellowship extended version, and it was my first Lord of the Rings film. And I've been informed by Andrew, I've been informed by Henry, and I've been informed by countless Lord of the Rings fanboys that that was the wrong decision, and I should have started with the regular Fellowship. Okay.
Who the hell told you that?
I've never met a Lord of the Rings fanboy who said the
I've
extended
never met a
are-
fan of Lord of the Rings that said the extended are worse.
I've heard people say you should watch the theatricals first, and then, because you got to watch them once, and then once you watch the official, like once you watch the extended, you'll never want to watch the other ones again. I've never, though, actually met someone who said, no, you made a mistake by watching the extended first. I've never even heard that.
I'm an example of
That's
somebody
insane.
that saw the Fellowship extended version and didn't love it. I was actually constantly thinking throughout this movie, how is this the franchise that everybody glazes? Like,
Why?
seriously? I was constantly
it's
second
long.
guessing myself and the opinions of people around me while watching that movie, and never before have I seen that with New Hope. So that's my rebuttal
You didn't, that's your rebuttal? Your rebuttal is, I didn't like it when I watched it, therefore, A New Hope is better? I don't,
to you.
I think
what? Like, what? What? There's nothing there. He literally just said, I watched the long version of Fellowship, and I didn't think it was that good. Therefore, A New Hope is better.
Yeah.
That's what he just said. He didn't. There's nothing being said there.
He
Yeah, like,
probably didn't like it because it was long and they walked a lot. Just boring. When are they gonna fight?
Dude, I just want I wish I could. I wish I could scroll.
What are all these
through.
character moments and dialogue? Boo.
Okay, this is a full video. We probably won't watch this whole thing. I'm just curious. I'm trying to find any point where they make a substantive argument over the like content in any of these movies. I don't know if they
You're
make
not
that.
gonna find that.
I'm aware that you're gonna say that. They have to make some argument at some point. There's no way they just go, I don't like it because
They
it's bad.
might
Greatest
make
trilogy
an argument
in
but-
history.
Why would we bother
It's one of the greatest trilogies in history. Let's see.
hunting down that? Let's
3,
not,
2, 1, agree.
He disagrees. Okay.
Is there something wrong with you? Is there something
Yeah,
wrong?
I agree. I really like their guests sometimes.
Okay. Okay. He agrees now because
But he didn't agree
in the
before.
last
Oh,
he
you're
didn't agree
saying-
before because they don't have real opinions.
What?
Now that they
I
know
haven't seen Two
that
Towers or Return of the
It's
King.
popularly
This is so much worse.
it's known as
Sorry.
the greatest trilogy of all time. He normally takes the mild take, and the dude with the hat takes the crazy take. So now that he knows that that's a pretty acceptable answer, that's his stance he's taking, and the guy with the hat is still taking the crazy take. That's
I
what
haven't
just
seen.
happened.
I disagree that it's the best trilogy of all time because I haven't seen Two Towers or Return of the King.
So you're
That's why.
stupid.
I think Fellowship is
Why are
extremely
you-
whatever.
Why are you
I think
lost
talking
Fellowship is
about it?
extremely whatever. Let's hear. Let's see if he makes an argument as to why Fellowship is
It
extremely
lost
whatever.
me.
I was ready to watch them all, and I was like, "This is super whatever." I don't know what's the big deal.
Is this the Lord of the Rings segment that we were talking about?
This is the first one.
Is this the scripted segment where you tell us how you don't like it, or
I love parentheses heated debate. Like they debate anything
is
that's just how you title shit, though.
of
disgusting.
actual. I
I'm
know.
sorry.
So let me explain the backstory on the podcast.
Please.
Please.
We
So far we have it's extremely whatever. It lost me, or he didn't even say it lost. He just
Let
said
me
it's
explain
extremely
backstory.
whatever, and then and then he said, "Are you a lunatic?" And he was like, "Now let me explain the backstory."
We've done the podcast for like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Every
We don't
single
care.
bracket or segment we've ever done where there's something Lord of the Rings in it, the Lord of the Rings thing always gets voted out because I like Lord of the Rings but haven't seen it in 15 years, and he has never seen it.
Haven't seen it in 15 years? How do you like it then? You don't like it if you haven't seen it in 15 years. That applies to anything. And so you can't argue anything on quality if you haven't seen it in 15 years.
They have a
We have had
Grogu
lost
poster.
lots
What? Yeah,
They
well,
have a
I
Grogu
mean,
poster.
yeah.
of guests on the podcast,
I
and
rest
we have
my
never
case.
had a single guest who has either seen or liked Lord of the Rings.
What?
I agree with the
You've
guest.
had only mentally deficient people.
So for a year and a half, we have basically just dogged Lord of the Rings. I have not enjoyed it because I
And
enjoy
Rob
Lord of the Rings. I
Liefeld
love Legolas, I love Aragorn, I love all.
We have dogged Lord of the Rings. I haven't enjoyed it. I lied because I thought everyone else didn't like it. What?
of it. But so to finally have someone on who is a Lord of the Rings truther is a big moment on the podcast. So let's destroy.
Truther, you mean humanity. It won like 15 Oscars combined across the movies.
It's not a niche take to say you like Lord of the Rings. You just
Him for a
don't
second.
actually
how
like
many
it. But now that you know that it's popular to like it, you say you do.
How many Oscars did it win across the full franchise? How many Oscars did Lord of the
More than Star
Rings?
Wars, more than Harry Potter.
I know that
more
combined, like 17. They won 17
Yeah.
Academy Awards.
17.
It's not like niche to go like I don't like I'm not gonna sit here and like use the Oscars as my judgment for like this is why it's good
For
'cause
quality, but it
I'm
is
just
a
saying it's like
pretty decent way to judge the scale of something.
it can help. Well, when it's something that a
Movies
lot of
a trilogy
people
that won
say is
17
popular,
Oscars isn't niche.
yeah. When it's something is
It's just not possible.
yeah, when the popular take is that something is popular and then it also has 17 Oscars to back it up for you to go like we've never met anyone who's seen or liked the movies.
My God, one of the best
just
trilogies.
wrong.
Dude, I love this guy. He's like his brain isn't working.
like,
His brain can't
Why the hell
compute.
did I come here?
He's like, you guys have a
Why
pop
did I come on
culture
this
podcast,
podcast?
and you haven't seen the movies, and you haven't watched them in 15 years, and you just said no one likes them.
Of all, it is as a trilogy that it's so strong. Like the story continues throughout each film so well. Each one builds on the last. The dynamic between the Fellowship is so perfect. The cast.
This sounds absurd. I'm hearing somewhat real analysis of movies. He's not going super into detail, but he's not wrong. The movies build on each other really well. The dynamic between the Fellowship is all really good.
Casting's brilliant.
Casting
Even
is
from
brilliant.
a
Even
filmmaking
from a
standpoint,
filmmaking
the
standpoint.
costumes, the sets, the props, the music.
Especially for its time.
Exactly. This is
like, okay, everything he just said is 1000% valid. Yes. Actually, look at the mind. I love his face. Look at his face. He's saying all this stuff, and he's like, "Are you guys real people?"
like late 90s, early 2000s.
The Boromir thing at the end of Fellowship, isn't that at the end of Fellowship?
Yeah.
His sacrifice and everything, that didn't get you at all?
No. So this is what I'm saying. Everybody tells me how great everybody is and everything is.
So we
And
just
I've seen-
had pretty like a lot of objective qualities as to what makes them good movies, right? Of filmmaking, of soundtracks, of all this stuff. So let's get to the guy who doesn't like it now.
Seen the Frodo
Sam and Frodo.
Frodo and Sam scene.
Yeah.
That's great. That looks great. And I get it. They made them all at once, so they perfectly tie into each other and everything. Everything that everybody tells me is great. And I'm like, okay. And I was really excited to watch it. And I was bored to shit in Fellowship. I didn't get it at all.
Well, did whoever made you watch it? Did you watch the extended? Yeah, right. That's a mistake. Because
Watch the extended?
Yeah, it was like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that's what Matt wanted me to do. He was like, these are
Matt, you should not watch the extended first
no,
time.
not your first time.
No.
These Lord of the Rings shills, which I guess I probably am, like will force their friends to be like, oh,
Chills. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure. I can understand telling someone they shouldn't watch the extended for the first time. I guess recontextualizing makes more sense. What they were saying before sounded like you should never watch the extended edition. I can understand this. Maybe you can appreciate I've never even seen the theatrical versions because I don't know. I knew they were good, so I was like, I'll just watch the version everyone says is the best first. Since I know they're good, there's no reason to. But I guess if you walk into Fellowship for the first time, you've never seen it, you could be like, what is happening? How do people say this is good? Especially if you're just like waiting for the next big fight.
okay,
12
we're
hours.
gonna sit down for 12 hours, and you're
And when
gonna.
Aragorn kicks the helmet, they can.
Also, like Corbin wasn't bored, right? And Corbin
No,
is like
Corbin, the most like
notoriously ADHD brained, and
attention
we
span lacking
forced
person
Lord of the
ever.
Rings shills forced him to watch the extended edition in theaters for the first time, and he was like, "Holy
Never seen
shit!
the
Is that
original
the
theatrical.
Balrog is sick?" Like,
Dude, Balrog got him fired up.
yeah.
He broke his toe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so wrong because no one in their right mind is excited to sit for that long.
Would you show someone the extended version of No Way
No one in
Home
their
the
right
first
mind
time
is
you?
excited to sit for 3 hours as they sit down on a podcast where they talk.
I'm literally about to do that in like hopefully less than 20 minutes, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
Watch it?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
That's,
it's that-
that's my entire plan.
That is so wrong because no one in their right mind is excited to sit for that long.
Would you show someone the extended version of No Way Home the first time you watch it?
Absolutely.
There's an extended version of No Way Home.
Shit, probably.
I didn't even know that.
Not.
Exactly.
Oh, it's that bad of a
Yeah,
difference? You told
probably.
me
It's that bad of a difference. Well, okay. First off, it's way better. That better of a difference. But second off, it's like, yeah, obviously one's 2 hours, the other's 3 hours.
Yeah, the extended cut is longer.
that was the best way to do it.
Because he's a Lord of the Rings shill. What'd you call him, a cretin?
Cretin's a bad thing.
Is it comparable?
he's a
Is it
Cretin.
comparable? How do you watch Star Wars?
A New Hope. I do
Correct.
originals.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it comparable to that?
I haven't seen the extended version,
starting
but
with
it
the
might be.
prequels?
The extend.
There isn't an extended Star Wars. What are we talking about? What?
There's the theatrical and the like the.
There's like the
the
17
the
remakes.
digitized and stuff.
Versions
they're
do
all
add
the
some really good
same.
stuff, but it is like a bonus. It
Yeah, that's
feels like a
something
bonus
you
feature.
watch after you've gotten
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You've never told me that.
I can't. I know this isn't Fellowship.
No.
This is Return of the King. I don't understand how you could watch the Return of the King extended edition. You watch the theatrical first, then you watch the extended edition, and not feel ripped off. You're like, oh, so we missed all this Saruman stuff. We missed all this Faramir, Boromir stuff. Like, and how are you like?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just bonus. This is really cool after the fact. Not this is objectively a better storytelling stand. Like having Faramir's
Yeah, so
context makes.
yeah, you watch the theatrical trilogy, and it's like, okay, it's really good. And then you watch the extended trilogy, and it's like, okay, that was really good. This is like that, almost twice as much stuff,
And none
all
of it's bad.
contributing to just making it even better. It's not like they added 2 hours of shit and filler. It's like they added 2
feel like
hours
I
of
did-
more context and just like better stuff that contributes to the story.
And can I get an argument here as
It
to why
only
it's
makes it-
boring, not just I was bored, it was long?
Didn't know that was important dialogue.
Why?
Yeah, I guess
You're
I
finding
should've.
something you've got.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You've never told me that.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't know that was
I
important
didn't know that was
dialogue.
important.
Why?
Yeah, I guess
You're finding something boring and you're watching the 4-hour version?
Yeah.
3 hours makes that much of a difference that they got in 40 minutes. It's like, it's that much tighter.
Especially Fellowship because it's
Oh,
got,
especially Fellowship.
because it's got that really lovely bit in Hobbiton. You get really like warm acquainted with it, and then like its pace.
Yeah, the amazing stuff that really sets the tone of like how good this land is, and if they don't do anything, it's going to be destroyed permanently.
Or at least I think it's paced so well
It
that you
does.
can that into Bree, into ring rates on Weathertop, and then the Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm glad that they at least have friends who have a brain.
I mean, he was wrong about it. He said Lord of the Rings shills, and that
Yeah,
mean-
but that's just he hears shill. It's just it's an easy catch-all term, you know.
yeah.
Rivendell, like it's all so well, and I think it's translated the book so well. It's one of the great. It's one of the
I think it probably
No.
translated the books pretty horribly.
Yeah, it wasn't a
Technically.
good adaptation.
Like
for me.
it's pretty well known that Tolkien and Tolkien's son, especially, but Tolkien himself would have like watched it and gone, "This sucks balls."
yeah.
But Tolkien didn't like a lot of things, to be fair. He hated the Beatles. He hated Narnia, all right? He's a bit of a grumpy old guy, all right? Which, you know what? Fair enough. He's lived long enough. He created a bunch of languages. You know, he fought in the First World War. He can be a little grumpy. He wrote the Oxford Dictionary. All right.
greatest trilogies, and it's one of the greatest book to film adaptations ever.
Again, book to film, that's arguable. I think it's good. I think it's not history. It's not a history
Captures the
documentary. The only
spirit.
way you could probably do an accurate adaptation is a history documentary, because the book's written like a history nonfiction book. So, all right. But this guy has made substantive arguments. He talks about pace. He's talked about dynamic. Like, he hasn't gotten super into detail, but he's a quick podcast trying to get things out. So
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You shall not pass the second one, right?
That's the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
you shall not pass the second one. I really like Lord of the Rings. This guy. Quote by this guy. I really like Lord of the Rings.
I do watch
Technically, it is in
the
the second one too.
It is. You know what? To be fair.
yeah, yeah, you got the Balrog. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yes! Thank you! This guy's great! Who's this guy? Make him famous, not these two idiots. That is the correct interpretation. What the hell is wrong with you?
All right.
Okay,
You shall not pass the second one, right?
That's the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
I do what? Sorry.
You shall not pass.
He's like, that wasn't even a context of a question you could ask. He was like, huh? What'd you say? Sorry.
Passes in the first one?
Yeah, yeah, you got the Balrog. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't
It's
think that was
It's got
interesting
the
either.
Mines of Moria.
I didn't think that was interesting either.
The Balrog.
Well, I love how you can just see on his face like this is what they do when they post their terrible takes that they know are like knowingly bad. Is like they look at it, it's like, oh, look at those numbers coming in. You could say everything is bad about Lord of the Rings. I think you're wrong. I think 99% of the population would probably agree you're wrong. The one thing you can never convince me you actually believe is you watched the Balrog scene and it was like, this isn't awesome. And it doesn't look really cool.
Even stupid people who don't care about like the story and characters and everything and are just waiting for the next action scene. That's the thing that they would go, whoa, big fire.
And it just
monster
looks
over."
really good. It's like it's better CG than any, like almost anything recent. All right.
Didn't care.
Oh my! Right, Watcher 2. In fact,
I didn't think that was
It's
interesting
got the
either.
Mines of Moria.
I did.
First off, I know they probably didn't do the caption. It's probably auto captioned, but the fact it said Minds of Mario.
Care.
Oh my! Right, Watcher 2. In fact, rewatch.
His brain is freaking malfunctioning. Like he can't. Like he's like, how do you not like this? Like rewatch. Like what? Like
The normal version of Fellowship, and then
Well, the normal version is the extended. You can watch the theatrical version of Fellowship. We say normal and theatrical if you actually watch the movies.
Yeah.
like when you go into the Two Towers, thinking anyway, I don't.
I don't think his opinion's going to change regardless.
Okay, well,
Really?
that's a shame.
I think I'm gonna think they're amazing. I assume.
Battle Helm
Now that I know it's popular, I think you're gonna think it's amazing.
Steve is like used to be one of like as a kid, like
As a kid, okay.
Legolas.
He's gonna bring up skating down the stairs.
Yeah.
sliding down the stairs. Oh, dude, so sick.
I think just from a filmmaking
What the hell? Okay, he just had a brain tangent that stopped.
standpoint, and as a nerd, this is kind of something you've got to do.
Yeah. Okay, so I like you.
Yes, I agree. Like the fact that I hadn't done it for so long is probably criminal, but I didn't watch it and go, no, boring.
You watched him with holy shit.
I just didn't watch it as a kid. I'm glad I honestly watched it for the first time when I was older. And by the time I was like ready to do it, it was coming out in theaters. So I was like, oh, I'll just watch it in theaters. And now I've seen it twice in theaters.
It was perfect. That was a perfect way to watch it for the first time. You got to watch.
I got to watch them in
extended
IMAX
in theaters.
They were in IMAX.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
respect what you're saying, and I respect what you're both saying about the extended version. I'm gonna give Lord of the Rings another try.
It was interesting you said I like you, but then you don't respect me.
Correct.
Okay, so just clarify.
And
Oh, yeah, that's good. I don't like you and I don't respect you, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, I don't like or
I
respect.
don't respect you. I respect what you were saying about the
Yeah, I
extended.
just wanna
Just
make
clarify.
sure. Yeah, no, sure.
That was kind of funny. I kind of like that. You know, a little shit talk and then a little mug clink. They both clicked with it. I like that. That's good. That's good. Little comedic timing there, right there.
So the question I have is, should I just go straight to Two Towers or should I rewatch Fellowship? I remember everything that happened.
Okay, well,
though.
then
I would go to Two Towers personally.
Okay, so then I'll just go to Two Towers.
the
Then I'll go back.
opening of Two Towers will hook you in.
Which one is it? Just give me the.
Because you
Oh.
you think he's
Oh, about Gandalf.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it shows you the other view of that.
because
And the music, there's
You could just say the white.
it swells and it boom,
but just like the
Yeah, but he hasn't seen him in 15 years, so he doesn't remember. He couldn't remember what movie the freaking
Shire
Balrog was
music,
in.
where it's like yeah.
It's not good. The Shire music's not good. Again, this is another one of the things where it's like you can't just object it. Like it's just an objectively wrong argument.
Yeah. The Shire music is just as a piece of music, it's good. And then as establishing what this place is, it's even better.
Good stuff. Who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character?
Gandalf or Sam.
Okay,
I think
Valid take. This guy is just spitting out here. First off, if you say anyone, you're pretty valid. But it's to drop a Sam.
Yeah,
that's
if
a
you
good
say
one.
literally any character.
Yeah, but like to go Sam though, not to go just Aragorn, Legolas. Like again, is yours favorite Aragorn? Like I'm not gonna sit here and like insult you and go Aragorn, holy okay, he's the most popular for a reason because he's awesome. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like holy mainstream take, bro.
Yeah, it's probably Aragorn, Sam.
Here, that's the other one, but
Boromir's top 5 for me, maybe. Oh, actually, dude, it's hard because I try to get like a top 3 or a top 5 of the Fellowship, and then I just name every member of the Fellowship.
Top 5, all 9 of them.
Merry, Pippin, Sam, Frodo, Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli.
Mine is always King Theoden, but
I think Sam.
Both good picks.
Yeah,
both
dude,
good picks.
again, saying both good picks, like yeah, that's fair, but that's also like you could literally say every single person, any of the people in those movies. You could say Grima Wormtongue. I'm like,
Theoden is
interesting.
probably my
That is
favorite,
that's a good. I like that one, but interesting to go Wormtongue as your favorite. Like it's like
yeah,
I could
'Cause
understand
you could say
an
like
argument
for what they
every
do for the
single
story
character.
or something like that.
Unless
I
you
think
were like
Theoden, it's like because every time Theoden is on screen, it's some of my favorite parts of whatever movie, like of Two Towers or Return of the King. It's like
he's also
if
rebuilding as a character.
if Theoden is on screen, I'm pretty happy with the scene. And that's true of the entire
and it's just the
trilogy,
context of his story is great. He
his story
feels
is
like he
so
was
good.
duped, and he has to rebuild. He has to try to re-earn the respect of his people, and yeah, it's like again,
And
like
he's
you could
also
literally just
he's not
he
perfect,
own-
he's proud and
Yeah,
he
even
has
for like
flaws.
the
He's
arbitrary, like
interesting.
you could literally just go, I like the mouth of Sauron. I'd be like, really, you like it? Why? And just like he looks cool. It's like okay, that's
yeah,
there's
shit,
definitely
he
better
does look
characters.
he does look
There's
pretty
any better
cool.
characters, but he does look cool. The Witch King. Really? You like the Witch King the best out of the movies? It's like, well, he looks badass. Okay, fair enough. Sure, he looks badass. Yeah, it's like,
yeah, no, he lights his sword on fire for literally no.
Lean
no
Legolas,
reason,
because I love bow and arrow characters.
Yeah.
Legolas is pretty sick. Aragorn is also pretty sick.
Aragorn's great.
Yeah, he's great. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Gandalf
Yeah.
or Sam. Sam, I think
see, he just did it. He was like, bro, Aragorn's pretty good. Legolas is good.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Gandalf or Sam. It's like, this is what happens when you try to say, oh, that's the best character.
a poll on my YouTube, and it was like, which fictional character would you most want to be your best friend? It was like Scooby-Doo, Groot, Timon, and Sam didn't win the poll, and I made a whole video about it. I was like, you're all wrong.
Who won?
I don't understand why you love these movies so much. How have you not seen them in 15 years?
Dude, The only reason I haven't watched the extended in like
Who did
more
those?
than a couple months is because I didn't own them yet,
A
and then
couple months.
I yeah, I hadn't watched them in a couple months because I didn't own them yet, and then I bought them so I could watch them again. I bought a
Groot.
Blu-ray
It's his
player
audience.
because I didn't have
Groot,
access to a
okay.
DVD player anymore.
I think we should
Like,
ban from voting everyone who said they want Groot to be their best friend. I want a best friend who I can't talk to.
This is young and Marvel.
Groups, right? Okay.
Young and his audience is young and Marvel. Yes,
Most
that's also your
accurate.
audience, so you might want to stop.
Oh, you didn't like Fellowship of the Ring.
I take Timon
Yeah,
over
sure,
Groot.
whatever.
I don't know about that one.
It's Nathan Lane. We could sing.
I mean,
songs
Nathan Lane is great, but
yeah.
Timon is a little mean.
Yeah, but
I think these guys should just give their podcast to this other guy.
They should.
That's what I think.
I feel like he's shown actual intelligence. I feel like they just have to give it.
Okay, so I think they just yap about random stuff.
No TV show ever.
Oh,
Oh, let's see about an Invincible take.
And
Well, it's much.
I think it's Terminal.
smaller. but
it is much
you're the
smaller.
size of Texas.
Yeah, this is true, and yet somehow we conquered the world.
And you lost it
And you
all.
lost to us.
I mean, we lost quite a bit of it. It happened.
See, this guy's based. He knows what's up. we lost quite a bit of it.
I feel like that's a go-to thing when British people never know how to address it. When people are like, "Oh, our country's so much better." It's like colonialism.
Colonialism.
I like this guy. He's way funnier than the other two.
Invincible is the best Amazon Prime Video TV show ever.
What you said terminalist? Do I think it? I don't know that I think it's terminalist.
What
I mean,
other-
I personally don't like Invincible that much. I think it's really poorly paced, and I think I don't know, a lot of the hero stuff
like
just
it or
doesn't-
not, quality wise,
Yeah.
it's
Well, hold on. Let me I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this thing. I'm not just gonna go, oh, this is the popular thing. I don't like it because I don't like it. I'm trying to give my reasoning real quick since we're sitting here bashing on these guys for going, I don't like Fellowship because boring and long. I don't like Invincible because I thought the pacing was really bad. I thought a lot of the episodes they kind of just like didn't need to be there, or then they would like in the Mars episode, they went to Mars. It's like it's gonna be a massive problem getting out of here, and then the next scene they're just getting out of there. You know, I think there's moments like something like that, just to not be like I don't like it because I think it's bad. But for you, I know you like Invincible. The first season I
less
think
and
is-
less with every day.
I think the first season is better, is objectively pretty decent. I think there's a lot of stuff in it I don't like. I think it's objectively pretty decent. I think the second season sucks major balls. And I was so
Second
not hooked
season.
by the start of the third season. And then all I see is people going like,
Yeah,
you have to
most
get
of
through,
season
you just
three
have to
is
get
bad.
you just have to get through. You used to like you were doing this when I was watching it for the first time. You're like, no, dude, trust. If you just get to the finale, I'm like, you want me to watch 7 hours worth of content before I'm like, oh, it's good now.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it is
Terminal
literally
the
like,
first
no,
one that
bro, you
comes
just have to
mind.
get to the next big fight scene. That's Invincible.
Yeah, so let's see. Terminalist comes to my head. Reacher, I think, is better. I think there's 2 seasons of Jack Ryan that are pretty good. What other Prime original series?
Rings of
even are there?
Power.
I think the first season of The Boys is better than the first season of Invincible. I think probably the rest
Oh,
of
100%.
Invincible is better than the rest of The Boys, but
Most
I would say
likely,
that.
yeah.
I'd say there's a few seasons of Man in the High Castle that are just way better. But let's see. Let's see. I'm just curious.
3, 2, 1.
Agree, disagree, agree.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, young man?
Oh, we just got invited to a red carpet.
You did. I have not been invited to shit. Let me see if I got that email. Nope.
It's hard for me to put it over the boys just yet.
Okay, well, that's just that's just the worst. That was like the worst possible outcome. The only thing that would have been worse was like, I can't quite put it above Rings of Power quite yet.
It's almost past Rings of Power on just
Yeah, that's the only thing that could have been worse. There's one season of The Boys that's good, and I would say it's pretty good. Oh, this could be rough. Let's see.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings.
Sure, I guess so.
I'd like to stare
I
down.
agree.
I trust James Gunn with the DCU.
Predictions here. I'm betting 3 agrees. That's my guess. I trust
Like
James Gunn
3
with
agrees,
DCU
3
because
agrees.
if you didn't say agree, you get.
I know the 2
slaughtered
hosts will
online.
agree.
Yeah.
2 hosts
3,
at
2,
least will
1.
agree.
Agree.
Agree. We're all on the same boat.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Why did you hesitate?
Why did you hesitate? Let's see this.
Is there a hesitation?
See,
kill
this
him
is what happens
immediately.
if you
No
don't agree.
hesitating.
The freaking witch hunt comes out. They're like, you hesitated.
Kill that guy.
You said Creature Commandos wasn't peak cinema fire.
Kill his whole family right now.
Like,
Take him
like
out.
it's not like it's
Take
like,
'em.
oh, you agree? Did you hesitate? It's was there a hesitation there?
Why did you hesitate?
Are you a racist?
You a Snyder, bro?
Are you a Snyder? Yeah, it's like
You must like
it's going
Zack
to
Snyder,
Witch Hunt
huh?
mode.
I don't know. I really like a lot of James Gunn's work, and I feel like
I
he
agree.
brings new life to characters that like what he did with Guardians. Like nobody even knew who they were really.
Take him to Suicide
Yep, that's true.
Squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Suicide
Like what he did with Guardians. Like nobody even knew who they were really.
Take him to Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Same thing with
exactly.
the Suicide Squad. I guess that's kind of fair.
Sort of.
With those two. So how does that justify him to direct Superman and Batman? Because obviously we know now Superman didn't.
Not
work
even
out.
just
he brings
directing
kind of
those as movies, but directing the entire universe.
New life to these almost like unknown or dying characters. And I think that's exactly what the DC universe needs. Like we've been.
You think the DC universe needs to bring knowledge to dying characters?
I think it's saying he's trying to say that like the whole DC universe was dying, which is
I
accurate.
know, but that's not the same
you
thing. Batman is still the most popular
Superman, Batman,
superhero.
Flash, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. Those are all still popular characters.
Yes, Batman is still the highest selling comics per year. I know comics don't sell that well, but Batman is the highest selling comic book character per year in comics. Batman is arguably Batman's probably the second. I'd say Spider-Man's probably the most popular from a known standpoint, but Batman is number 2. Superman is up there, and Iron Man's up there. It's just true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Desperate for something new. I don't know how you guys feel about the DCEU.
What do you think about the DCEU?
I really don't like
Look at him, bro. He's ready to kill him. He's like, you like Snyder, bro? You like Snyder, bro?
the DCEU.
Good man.
Look at him, dude. They're like, are you a Snyder, bro?
We hate Zack Snyder and we love James Gunn.
man.
Yeah.
What
I
about
don't
how
like it.
James Gunn
Terrible,
loves The
terrible.
Flash, which is a DCU
X on,
product?
they have an
How do we
X on
feel
Man
about
of
that?
Steel. It's so funny. Like, yeah, I agree. Man
you're-
of Steel is not that good, but
It's better than James Gunn's Superman.
it is.
Um,
And it sucks. That's what's funny.
also, your Lord and Savior James Gunn loves The Flash, which is
Horrible
worse
film.
than
That
the
is the-
CW show.
Oh, we're about to have a take here. We're about to have a take here.
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible film.
That is the
Man,
worst
that is-
movie I've ever seen in my life.
I really.
No, it's the best DCEU movie.
Hold on. Even objectively, there's
It's the
no
best
way that-
DCEU movie.
If the Suicide Squad is still considered DCEU, I maybe would go with that.
I would say I like it more. I wouldn't say it's better.
I think it is better. I think the characters, the Harley Quinn stuff's pretty bad, but I
Like I said,
think
Harley
the
Quinn's always
character growth in the Suicide Squad I think it's better than Superman's stuff. I think it just is.
That's yeah. But either way, it's one of those two. Neither of those are the worst.
But even from a
They are the
technical
best
movie
two.
making standpoint, there's no way that's the worst movie he's ever seen.
Really don't like that. I think that and BBS.
No.
We're talking about
BBS?
Man
I
of Steel.
hate BBS.
It's my favorite superhero movie.
I'm talking about Man of Steel. Yeah, I figured, bro. I figured you pointed at it.
Fine.
I don't know why you grabbed
Thanks
it
for
and brought it
clarifying.
closer to the camera. I know you need to say it for the audio listeners. Guess what? The audio listeners didn't benefit from you bringing it closer.
Yeah, I
Those
can't.
are so
stand
bad.
it.
It's
Those
so
are our
bad.
2 least favorite superhero
Yeah.
movies of all time. Mine is Man of Steel
You
and his
just
is
got rid of
BVS.
it.
Have you watched like the Marvels? I haven't watched Marvels. I guess I shouldn't say the Marvels. Have you watched Thor: The Dark World?
Yeah,
Have
take
you
an old
watched-
terrible. Have you watched
Have you watched
the
Spider-Man 3?
Hulk? Have you watched Hulk? Not Incredible Hulk. Have you watched Hulk?
I'd say the Incredible Hulk or the Hulk. The Edward Norton Hulk is better than Man of Steel.
No. Hulk, not Incredible Hulk.
I
Hulk.
haven't seen that one.
It's bad. As
What
Hulk
about like
dogs,
Superman: The Quest for Peace?
bruh.
I haven't seen it. There's no way it's better than Man. There's no way it's better than
Superman
Man.
Returns is bad.
Or like half of the X-Men movies.
yeah,
Man
and that's
of
just
Steel
stuff that they
sucked,
would have
okay?
seen. Not even like just movies generally.
I have to say this every time because Man of Steel sucks. Okay,
Man of
but
Steel's not good. It's bad. But
Now, I like BVS better than he does. I think BVS has good stuff in it.
Okay.
no.
You disagree.
It
The
came
fight
out
was
when I was a
so
kid. It's one of those rare films
cool.
that even I watched it as a kid and knew it was shit.
Yeah,
It's
it's whenever you watch a movie and like it's the first time as a kid where you're like, wait, that movie was bad.
Yeah,
that means it's really bad.
This is terrible. I love Batman and Superman, and yet I hate this film.
Yeah.
Like
like
I remember that distinct.
Homecoming's better than Batman v Superman. Let me see.
Yeah.
He thinks Man of Steel is better than Homecoming.
Hold on.
Homecoming.
Whoa. That was an insane.
The Spider-Man guy thinks Man of Steel, which is one of the
Hold
worst
on,
movies
hold
he's
on,
ever
hold
seen.
on. I was trying to rewind. We'll get there.
Better than Batman v Superman. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's like me
I
watching
remember
Homecoming.
that distinct.
Homecoming's better than Batman v Superman. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thinks Man of Steel is better than Homecoming.
Come on.
I can go back and forth on that.
Come
There-
on.
I think the Discovery of Superman is probably worse, but
What? I don't even know where to start on that. What?
the action
can't,
in Man of Steel is fun.
It's just people.
It's fun because it's fun.
I,
The action's fun.
I don't
That's
even.
why it's good.
Wait.
The action.
I
I wouldn't even say
know
the
how-
action is fun.
I don't even know how you can accidentally make that. He's the Spider-Man guy. Isn't he the Spider-Man guy?
He's the Spider-Man guy.
So I know Spider-Man comic like super fans are like it's a horrible adaptation, which is true. But like,
It's not a good
think-
Spider-Man adaptation, but it's just a good movie.
yeah.
People slamming
It's
into
real.
each other.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think that
Yes!
This isn't.
Zack
Yeah, it is.
Zack Snyder doesn't understand. I like Zack Snyder. Right, fuck it, going in on Zack Snyder. I like Zack Snyder as a person.
Yeah.
He's so offended they get when he says he does like Zack Snyder.
Nice guy. I've
Very
met him a
nice
couple of
guy.
times.
Very nice guy. Okay, we're talking about how nice Zack Snyder is. Okay.
Wait,
Nice
what?
guy. I met him a couple of times for Rebel Moon. Both shit, but nice
I like that. At least we can admit Rebel Moon sucks balls.
guy.
I said Sky High for a second.
No, I know.
Sky
I'd rather
High.
be involved with that film rather than Rebel Moon. But anyway,
I do like this guy, this British guy.
nice guy.
He's kind of
Doesn't
like
understand Superman.
uh,
The laziest
Yes.
thing you can do with Superman.
Doesn't understand Superman. James Gunn has
Neither does
got
James
us.
Gunn.
James Gunn has got us though.
Is compare him to Jesus, and that's all Zack Snyder
The easiest thing you do with Superman is compare him to Jesus. I prefer if we compare him to a weak nobody. I'm scared. That's what being human is all about. First off, Superman's more of a Moses story than a Jesus story, which is where I would agree with that. But, yeah. But you could compare him to a godlike creature because that's what he would be. To Zack Snyder
that's
doesn't understand
literally what
Superman.
he
I
is.
agree. He understood the mythos Superman would have, which
Yeah.
is to compare him to a Jesus-like figure, which is just how he would be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that the laziest thing. I'd call that probably the most obvious thing. I can't imagine there would be a Superman movie made where that wasn't a fact, that he was just treated like a deity, you know, instead he was thought of as a deity, not as like a, you know, scared, like, you know, little boy who like is no one's gonna listen to his authority and like just kill stuff when he says don't kill stuff. I can't think of a movie when that would happen.
Hey guys.
to do,
Hey guys,
and I
stop.
hate it.
Yes.
What is this guy, bro? This guy's weird. This is what the heck?
So much.
Oh, he's cooking. He's
Yes.
cooking.
Yes.
Yeah, what are they cooking?
And the people that defend Man of Steel, their whole argument is like, it's a realistic take. That's what it would be like if Superman was real. He flies around as a red cape, shoots lasers out of his eyes, and in some iterations, including the Snyder Cut, has frost breath. That
Well, yeah,
Hold
that
on.
stuff obviously wouldn't happen in real life, dipshit.
Jake, hold on.
Most realistic
You know,
version of
Jake, I
Superman.
had a thought of a
The most
meme.
realistic version of Superman is just a guy who does a bunch of steroids and he's big and strong.
I just thought of a meme.
Like,
You want to read this meme?
you can accept dragons, elves, and talking trees, but you can accept a 2021 BMW 5 Series 530i with obsolete seating. Why are you so big?
Okay.
Obviously, Superman can't actually happen, bro.
This is a good time to
Appreciate
do
the
this.
take.
If you,
God.
this is why you can't just go. This is why you can't go born again. You know, this will be a full circle. It's a good point to end it on. This is why you can't go. So when you go born again is just as good as the Netflix show, you don't have any credibility to. I don't care if you like Born Again. That's fine. I'm glad you enjoy it. You can't compare them because one is objectively, clearly better storytelling, better writing, better filming. And then if you want to argue against stuff, if you don't have the context of to what is a good argument, what's a bad argument, you're going to make a bad faith argument. You just made me defend Man of Steel because you said the defense people give you that Man of Steel is a good movie is that it's a realistic take. Oh yeah, bro? Guess what? Superman's not real. Whereas you could actually critique, you know, the easy one. Look at his dad kill himself. That's the easy one. He let his dad kill himself in a tornado. He killed a bunch of people in Metropolis. This is the easy take. This is the easy stuff. That
Yeah, Clark, you probably should have let those kids die in
you
that
don't go,
bus.
you don't go.
Maybe you
Snyder
should've.
Bros defend the movie because it's real. They say it's a realistic take because that's what it would actually be like. Oh yeah, bro, Superman's not real, right? Because that just brings us back full circle to the Lord of the Rings BMW meme, which is it's just the perfect. It's a meme, but it's so perfect. It's so true. It's so true. You can accept this, but you can't accept a BMW with heated seat. Like if you make a disingenuous argument against a piece, it gives the people arguing in bad faith an easy critique against. If I just go, Born Again sucks because it's woke and girl boss. Guess what? Someone who's like Born Again's peak because it's fire in cinema can go, oh yeah? Guess what? I wouldn't say it's woke because this. And it's like, there you go. My whole argument's defeated. Whereas else I can go, Born Again sucks because the character of Brett Mahoney is revealed that he's just been here for the last 10 years doing nothing while Kingpin has re-risen to power. All right? And then they can go, oh, no. And they don't have an argument against it because it's a real argument against the film.
No,
To
but Brett's
argue,
back though.
to argue Man of Steel's bad because Superman's not real, buddy, is a horrible argument. I can't go. I can't. He also, so first off, he makes a straw man of like the main defense you hear is a realistic take. The main defense I'd say you would hear is that it's a grounded take of Superman, right? It's a grounded, like, oh, if he actually had this power, it'd be a little darker. It'd be more, it's dark and gritty. It's more grounded. Um, so if you sit there and argue, oh, you know what? He also has laser vision. It's not realistic. It's like, obviously, I didn't go to the
People
Superman
can't
movie.
fly,
I
man.
didn't go to the Superman movie expecting Man, the movie about Clark Kent who goes and works at the newspaper, right? You could easily go, Man of Steel's a bad movie because Clark just lets his dad die, and that's just bad character assassination of Superman. Because Superman, even if his dad said, "Don't save me," he would just go save him. Or even the scene of like, just let them kids die, Clark, right? That's another, there's so many easy ones you can do with Man of Steel because it's not a good movie, right? But instead, to make your argument, Superman isn't real, brings up bad faith arguing, meaning, therefore, you just gave Snyder Bros, who are going to defend Man of Steel as one of the greatest movies of all time, an easy counter to you. This is why these guys' format doesn't work. You can't just hot take, no substance. Right? If you can make, I could think of I'm trying to think of I can't even do this. It's like if I wanted to argue against Man of Steel, like you could just, if I took time, I could think of a take like Snow White from last year is one of the best movies ever made, and then I could give you some bogus like reason, like look, the I haven't even seen the movie, so I'm gonna have to like just snowball it here. The yellow on her dress represents the blooming of a new kingdom as it grows. It's just incredible filmmaking. They really focus on that color of her dress because it just represents the spring coming and how it's gonna bloom out of the evil queen's grasp of darkness and power. Like you could just do that, and then you could go. Then you could have. Then they would argue because objectively, I'm wrong. Snow White's not one of the best movies ever made. They could easily argue, no, that's not true. The movie is bad because, and then any reason why the movie sucks, or that clearly is not in the intention of the filmmaker because that's not something anyone can intuitively actually think of. You have to drastically reach to draw that, right? So
Yeah.
you can't just argue if you're gonna go against someone's argument, you gotta pick a real argument. If you're gonna try to steal man, you have to steal man. You have to pick the best argument for what makes it a good movie, not the worst argument. You don't straw man. You don't make up the worst argument. You steal man. You pick the best argument. You got anything to add on to that final rant there? That was a perfect little bow to circle back around, and it brought us back to our BMW meme. Great.
Just be smart.
While
Don't
you're
be a
talking, I'm
moron.
gonna pull up the BMW.
When you watch stuff, like use your brain and think, and don't just go, man, that was cool. I like
Here's
it.
the deal.
Use
Also,
your
at the
brain.
same time, I don't care if you do that with a movie. I don't care if you do just watch the movie and go, that was real fun.
No,
it's only if you
I do
then
I
go
do that
out-
with movies.
It's only if you then go out
but
and try to,
if
like,
you're gonna
argue
talk about the merits of a movie,
Yeah.
then you should probably maybe know what those are.
Yeah, like when Corbin comes at me and is like, Ant-Man's my favorite MCU movie, I can go, I really like Ant-Man. I think it's enjoyable. I'm not expecting
enjoy
Corbin.
Ant-Man.
Corbin's not sitting here going, Ant-Man is the best MCU movie.
It's his favorite.
Because fun.
There's
Yeah.
also a big difference between favorite and best. like quality doesn't necessarily equal
Exactly.
enjoyment.
I don't think
because-
Corbin went and watched
Yeah.
Ant-Man and was like tactically writing down his notes as to what makes it so peak fire cinema. I think he watched it,
No, he
he
just thought it
laughed a
was
lot,
funny
the
'cause it
story
was
was
Paul
all right,
Rudd,
and he was
Michael
like, "That's
Pena,
fun.
and it
I
was
like
fun."
it." You know,
Yeah.
which I think that's a perfectly valid way to watch movies. It exists to entertain you. If you find a way to be entertained by it, that's great. Like we have a debate with Corbin on Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Five Nights at Freddy's 2. He watched
Yeah.
it writing
Terrible
the
movie.
script for the movie going, "Okay, but if this is what happens, then it's fine." Whereas we watch and go, "That's not what happens. It's bad." There's a good example of the two different ways to watch a movie. And I think that's perfectly valid, by the way. And we asked Corbin to come on and
Yeah.
talk about the movie. He didn't go out of it. He didn't watch the movie with the opinion of, "I'm gonna prove why this is a good movie. Here's why it's a good movie." He watched it.
No,
We
we
asked
asked him to
opinion,
come
and
on and talk
then
about it because he knows a lot about Five
we
Nights
thought
at
it would be
Freddy's.
fun, and it was fun. We had a debate. We gang up on him a little bit? Probably. But every once in a
Little
while,
bit,
Corbin needs to get
but
ganged up on too. All right, so
yeah,
yeah.
we gotta bring him down. He's a little too confident. We gotta
yeah. So yeah, use your brain. Anything else? Sorry, you want to add on? I know I just cut you off, but I
uh
had to.
use your brain. Don't watch Born Again. It's dog shit. Go watch the original Daredevil.
Or read Born Again.
Or read Born Again, read Man Without Fear.
Read pretty much any Daredevil comic
Go-
except for Zdarsky. Even
go
the Mark Waid
watch-
stuff. I think Mark Waid's comics suck, but there's still quality you found in them.
Still there. Yeah. Go watch the extended edition of Lord of the Rings. That's all I got.
Unless you've never seen
That's
them,
what I'm
then
gonna
it's
do.
okay to watch the theatrical as long as after you watch the extended, you go, "Oh, this is just the real movie."
Yeah. You
If
go,
you're
that
watching
was
it
a
for
cool
the first
short
time,
film.
you can watch the
Now I want
theatrical.
this real big movie.
But if you do that, you have to promise me you're going to watch the extended. All right, I can't, in good faith, tell
Yeah.
someone just watch
You
the
have to pinky
theatrical
promise.
and then go watch the extended.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. All right, thank you for watching. Links down below, all that. I know we went on long today, but we had to go to those guys at some point. Next week, finale of Born Again. Yay, we're almost over. Hopefully everybody dies in the finale.
Hopefully all
Yep.
of them die and they just nuke New York.
Thanks for watching,
Yep.
and we'll see
Thanks for
you
watching.
next week. Goodbye.